And we're live. Good morning, everyone. We ran into a couple technical snags, but we are here now and ready to go. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. It's good to see y'all.
Hey everybody.
How's everybody doing? Hopefully well. Also, my name is Technical Snags. Nice to meet you guys. Welcome. Welcome.
Hope everybody's having a good Saturday. All right, so let's get into it.
Darby and Milan woke up for this. I hope you realize how much investment there is.
Oh man, just Darby and Milan woke up for this? That's crazy. Who would not be awake at this time when I So hi. Welcome to I'm back on Morning Ritual.
Yeah, you are our
guys.
first repeat guest. How's that feel?
Yo, I'm gonna get a belt and I'm gonna start saying two time and just yelling that at everyone like Booker T for every in the green room chat on the Twitter channel. That's all I'm gonna do. Every time we get an important guest, I'm just gonna scream two time at them when y'all send the Zoom links.
Just start messaging some of our other guests. Be like, you were all there, but I'm the two-time champ.
Two time.
What we got on the docket today?
Want to know? Well, we were going to talk about the season that we've had at large because we just wrapped Twilight Road. We've got one more game, one more actual play. We're going to be wrapping up Kayla's Sentai game on Thursday, and we're going to be doing a Twilight Road Q&A on Friday, which is going to be a blast. But we're going to talk about how we think the season went, I think.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Seemed like a good idea,
We
Jen.
definitely we definitely when you compare season 1 and season 2 of Critical Misses, we definitely attempted to hit the books way harder for this second season. What was it, like a legitimate 100% double of content coming out of the Critical Misses channel?
Yeah, I think so. I think it went from like 2 shows to 4 shows. About that. Like 2 actual plays to 4 actual plays.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
We did step up our games, literally.
That was a lot. That I think we can come to that consensus.
Yeah.
Us three.
Yeah.
That was a lot of stuff.
It was.
A lot of stuff. But you know what? We know now. Now we're aware. we can adjust as we continue to move forward.
And I think next season we're only going to be doing 3 actual plays. We'll announce what those are in a little bit. What we've decided to go with. I'm still waiting to hear back from some people because I realized there was a little bit of a scheduling conflict on one of the things that we're going to be doing, but I'm just waiting.
Really?
Yeah, the Friday game. I realized that there is another show that the 2 people that I would be having with us do on Fridays. Should I just say it?
I mean, we're gonna say it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, we were going to bring back System Crash on Fridays, but we're waiting to hear back from Darby and Harlow because Hidden Magic also is on Fridays.
That's right.
Yeah.
God bless pre-recorded material.
That's true. That is true.
Hey, I'll tell you.
The more I've been packing my schedule, the more I've been doing pre-recorded stuff. So that's definitely going to be a tool that I use more often going forward.
I was not in anything pre-recorded before we did Kingsguard or
Lonely Throne.
Before we did Lonely Throne. I had never done anything pre-recorded. Yo, I'm here with you on that. God bless pre-recording. That's honestly, that's kind of the move in a lot of cases.
It's really difficult to do. I mean, the trouble with live shit is that one, you gotta produce the show on the fly, and two, everybody's schedule has to match up, and like those two things are just fucking nightmares.
It is logistically very hard to do.
I mean, it's hard even when it comes to just like playing a TTRPG. You know what I mean? Like that's always the hard part of just having a TTRPG game is getting 6 adults to have the same amount of time off at the same time. So it's like then you just throw live streaming into there, and that's.
I mean,
you're right. Don't forget about reliable internet.
Oh man.
No, it's just recursed. It's not you, buddy. We've been having some issues with Entanglement, which is a Expanse game that I love playing with Gnome, where Gnome breaks my goddamn heart. But we were having the conversation about going pre-recorded. I mean, I think one of the benefits is like you can knock out a whole season of a pre-recorded stream in a week if everybody's devoted to it. And I think there's something magical in having the story finished before it's presented to the audience. That way the audience can't change it, you know? There's magic.
It's immortal.
Like, you know, when we did Lonely Thrones was done before the second episode came out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And it's kind of fun watching with the audience and seeing them theorize about what's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, and sitting there like you guys have no idea. Like, anytime people would react to things, it's like, oh, we're just getting started, folks.
Because I have found with actual plays, like when we're playing live, I see something that the audience recommends, and I'm just like, that's funny. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. There's definitely benefits to both, but I definitely think that pre-recording stuff goes a lot better than I would have thought. I mean, I pre-recorded something that wasn't even TTRPG related for my Twitch channel the other day, and I just didn't even think of it like that because I was asking these two. I was like, damn, how am I gonna post this goofy ass Dead by Daylight video that I just did? Because I don't really post things on my YouTube. And I was like, put it on your Twitch. I was like, yeah, honestly, I do think that that's the move.
I mean, I think we get so in our head about the fact that Twitch can broadcast live things that we just kind of think that's the only thing that it can do. And you can I think there's a magic in having a mix. You know, some shows are live, some shows are pre-recorded, but because it changes the way you have a presence in each show. There will be shows where, you know, I'm in the middle of GMing and somebody says something in chat that's funny, and we all end up laughing for 5-10 minutes. That's fun for the audience because they've affected the show that way. But then there's also we've already filmed this and I'm in chat with the audience and kind of talking about the thought process of what story beat that they're seeing, which is more of like a DVD commentary kind of thing. So there's benefits to both.
Yeah, there's no Genevieve no moments in the pre-recorded. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Pale Quilt Sun.
That is true.
Yeah.
You get things from each of them. So
is this where we pull the curtain back and say, yes, this is pre-recorded?
This is all pre-recorded. We in fact plan to have that comment at the same time.
Right.
Yo, you know what? If you're clever enough, you actually could pull something like that off in a pre-recorded.
You would just like get a sock puppet account to like post a comment and have someone comment on it in that timestamp.
Yeah, and then you just have that. I kind of want to play with that.
That could be cute.
Here's I would absolutely, of course, I am down for whatever fuckery that would include. Here's a fun tangentially related story. I'm down to 2 home games that I play. I have a Pokemon Tabletop United game that I GM for a couple of friends. And then I have a game that was previously on Saturdays that we're gonna move the day for. Also, Diana, thank you for that subscribe.
Hey,
Hello,
Diana.
welcome to the show.
Seriously, one of my favorite people in the space.
Honestly, 10 out of 10. Like I clocked that a while ago, and I'm finally ending up in the same places as Diana, and I'm like, as amazing as I thought. As amazing as I thought. But I have this game that used to be on Saturdays, and my DM hit me up. These are people that I know IRL that I've known for years. And my DM hit me up. He's like, "Hey, you want to do something that's really fucky to everyone else?" Like, and I was like, "Okay." Like, obviously, I mean, yes, I'm a gremlin. Look at me. So me, another player, and the DM decided we were going to Groundhog's Day the other two players. He's like, you guys are going to get stuck in a loop. I won't tell you why because I'm not going to spoil everything for you, but just know it's going to be like a Groundhog's Day thing. So we went through and we were just playing like normal because we were like, okay, a loop's going to happen at some point. So we were just playing regular ass D&D, and me and her just like taking notes of things that I say. And for everybody who's been watching anything I do or speaking to me, y'all know that I have very distinct things that I will usually say, my exclamations and little weird shit that I say. It stands out, and I'm like, oh, that's perfect. Anytime I say something like, oh, blank was my nickname in high school, I'm like, let me jot that down that I said that in response to this happening, and then yeah, and then our DM like flipped the switch, and we jumped back to his opening description from the start of that day, and me and Emily just started going through the lines again, and that was
That's dope.
it was a good time. Yeah. That was fun. It'd be interesting to try and translate that to like
A live
we
stream.
know what's about to happen in a show, so we're typing in chat.
Yeah, like I think there's just the idea of having a pre-recorded show, being in chat, and already knowing what's about to happen and being able to time chat interactions with what's happening on screen. I think that there's a fun storytelling mechanic there. I just haven't put together how, what, or why. But I think that'll be something fun to play with, because Twitch is such a. I mean, one of the things is Twitch is such a young thing. Like,
Oh yeah.
we haven't really scratched the surface with this at all yet.
No.
Didn't something like that happen in Second City Saviors when y'all time traveled? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that happened a few times because I love time travel shenanigans in my games. And D was extraordinarily good at recognizing when that was about to happen and playing accordingly.
Yeah.
One of my dreams is to do some pre-recorded shows like that, but the planning seems so daunting. So just doing pre-recorded streams in general, like we were talking about that a little bit before you got here. I really recommend that, especially for people with busy schedules. It's a lot easier to negotiate with people. Look, I just need 1 day of your time, and we'll film like 2-3 episodes, and then that gives us at least 3 weeks to find one more day where I just need the whole day, and we film another 3, and that gives us an additional 3 weeks where I just need 1 day. So for scheduling, it's a godsend, because right now my schedule is stupid.
Think about it this way.
So
You can also get like, if you have a pre-recorded show, you can do musical beats. Like, you can actually add in the music after the fact and make those moments that in roleplay a little bit more impactful. Like, you can make.
I mean, the thing is, what we're getting into is like we're getting to a point where we're talking about making TV shows.
Pretty
like
much.
that's like, you know what I mean? It's so weird that somebody like explained it. Somebody who doesn't really follow what I do super heavily. I was just describing
Kelsey, if
how it
people don't
works.
know who the three of us are by now, we haven't done intros yet, have we?
No.
That's
We
fine.
have it.
You know what? Let her have it.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
You win this one. But yeah, it's just the concept of recording in advance. You can put more bells and whistles and special effects on it and all that
Yeah.
stuff. It's weird because I don't think that a lot of people really think of it like that. But that's a few steps removed from what we're doing.
Well,
True.
that's the thing.
I mean, one of the things that I think, okay, so I've been mulling in the back of my head, like, how would one play with a pre-recorded show with with real-time audience interaction? And I think one of the genres that would lend extraordinarily well to that would be the horror genre. I think, for example, and this is just a 5-second idea that's shitty and dumb, and it's not a real thing, but it's just an example. Let's say we have a pre-recorded horror show where like one of the bits rewards, which is like it would be like a high reward or something, would be like a fourth wall break, or like, someone on screen, goes missing, or just something horrific. You start the show with the pretense that it's just your average actual play, and then at a certain point you are in the audience and you trigger like something horrific happening on screen by paying the bits or something, and then it becomes more of a like you've seen the shitty horror movies where it's just like a bunch of people on Skype and then scary shit starts happening. Well, like, what if you were able to trigger that with a genuine Twitch something, like a genuine Twitch goal or something?
Yeah.
I think yeah, the actual play to like stage play switcheroo would be fun. Or something that I haven't seen done on Twitch, or if it has been done, I haven't seen it done well enough to get my attention.
I've seen it done for charity streams, but that's mostly like trigger a TPK kind of thing.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But I mean, like, I would also I love that I keep Charlie literally right next to me at all points in times. But like, if we could, like, if I was running a horror game and like something happened and like the stream went down for a second, like it's actually pre-recorded, and like when it there's just a glitch, like, and then it cuts back and like I'm DMing wearing this now, and like someone's not there anymore. You know what I mean? Like, there's all kinds of stuff that we could dip into.
And then you've got the additional tool of like breaks or scene transitions where you can literally seamlessly go from pre-recorded to live without anybody even noticing. I mean,
Everybody wears the same
just
shirt.
Okay, so true. I was in a studio show that I don't think it has seen, well, it has seen the light of day. It's just, I was in a studio show that got canceled thanks to COVID, and we would film a couple of episodes a day. We would film like 3 or 4 episodes a day, and one of the instructions were bring 4 different sets of clothing, so that it looked like a new day. So that's not something that's uncommon when doing pre-recorded material. I mean, I personally just don't give a shit enough to go, okay, everybody change your clothes at the end of each session, because fuck that.
That's true. That's actually a good point, Lynn. It'd be fun to have one session be live without telling the audience if you had a pre-recorded show.
Yeah.
That'd be a good
Yeah.
bait and switch.
I mean, just like it's just what that whole avenue of thought opens up. You know, I mean, like once you go down that rabbit hole, there are a million things you can do. That's like, the first half was pre-recorded. We're gonna do the second half live, vice versa. You know what I mean? Like, there's a whole litany of things that we can do, and I think it really goes to show that the whole performance on Twitch through the medium of TTRPGs, I think it's just gonna like evolve and evolve and evolve until it's, I mean, you know what I mean? Because there's just so many creative minds and ideas in this headspace that stuff like ideas like that, they're not gonna stay
Just
undone.
yeah, they're not going to
like,
stay on the
so
drawing
people
board.
are gonna people are gonna start just trying shit. It's gonna happen.
Like some examples in chat, Alien Jace just said you could even do ones where you have multiple recorded games, chop them up to do something like time travel.
Yeah. I mean, it would not be, and I'm thinking it would be possible, and I know there's a way to do it. I just don't know how to do it is the thing. But it would not be impossible to have time travel displayed by having the footage from a previous episode with a live box replacing. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, let's say, for example, we wanted to demonstrate time travel in this episode.
Yeah.
I could have the footage of Anita and Dee be the pre-recorded material. I can edit out my audio and put a live overlay box where I am over the footage, so that Anita and Dee are having the exact same conversation because it's recorded footage, and then have me live, if that makes sense.
Oh, that makes sense.
I just again, there's the idea of that's possible, but how would it be utilized? And that's half the fun of creating shit.
Right.
Again, there's so much that you can do, and I think a good enough actor who has like looked at the old footage enough can kind of play into it, and then slowly kind of reveal that they're live. I think present it well enough, that would be an experience in Twitch that would genuinely freak me the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I just had an idea about? You could do like a fucking you could do God, I'm so used to being on, I say used to being, but the last time I was live, I was on Jasper's Game Day, and every time I curse, I'm just like, because that's a PG-13 stream, and I flinch mentally every time I've cursed since. But I think it would be cool, going along that train of thought, if there was something like, I don't know, this is starting to get out of the TTRPG sphere, but if there was a video like a training instruction manual where like me, Anita, and Noir are all giving you like instructions for a training manual, but Noir, you're acting live and you're playing the part of a character in this training manual who has become sentient, and like you're starting to like read the script, and for some reason you can see chat, and me and Anita are just like, be sure to wash your hands for 45 seconds, and like you're supposed to say a line, and you just start looking around like, where am I? And then it cuts back to Anita being like, da 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 da, and like you're reacting to people in chat.
Yeah,
how the fuck did we get to this conversation?
I don't know. This is,
but it's good stuff.
I mean, we are the creative team for this channel, so this is kind of giving people a peek behind the curtains of what the kind of conversations that we have, and the aspirations, I suppose, would be a good word. to use
Yep.
for what we're trying to achieve at some point. Oof.
Fourth wall
Sorry if I
existential horror.
I'm sorry if I'm coming off low energy.
It's all good. You've had a yeah. It's been a weird week, I think.
Something about this week's been a little off, yeah.
Huh?
A little bit.
But yeah, it's good creative brainstorming on a Saturday morning. I agree.
I mean, with the RPG, like, I don't know, like end times would be perfect for that. End times would be good. Cult would be good. Cult would be real good.
Cult would be really good.
Cult would be
real good. I mean, yeah. I mean, the thing is, there are. Let's be honest. There are a billion TTRPG actual plays. And there's a billion channels, and there's a billion options for what you could be watching.
Yep.
And like, as I think. I mean, it's hard enough to get any shine in general. So I mean, that's why you gotta have wild ideas.
You gotta have some sauce. You gotta have. This is advice to anybody out there who is thinking about DMing their first game or thinking about getting into doing this on some level. Is I personally think it is a good idea to have something that differentiates you from the pack. You know what I mean? Noir's like one of Noir's calling cards because there's a whole bunch of great DMs in our community. There's a whole bunch of not great DMs in our community. We ain't talking about that. But like there's a whole bunch of great DMs, but something that stamps Noir as different is the Second City stuff. That's the thing that Noir does, is he has a concurrent through line through most of the things that he plays, and there's sort of the Noir cinematic universe essentially that you can catch up with basically anytime that Noir DMs certain games. And I have like my little fucking cold opens. That's like my thing that I take places, and have something that is yours that stamps things as different and separate, and that'll separate you from the pack, because there are a lot of people doing it. And I think we're in a stage of our community where there's enough people here and there's enough eyes on the type of things that we do that now we're in the utilization stage. Now the attention's going to start going to the people who can stand out and who can do those really separate things. Either talent-wise, because you have 7 voice actors that play with you, or technically wise, if you can learn how to do all the shit that we're talking about. If you can learn how to set that up, I mean, I'd watch that. If somebody described that stream to me and they were like, oh yeah, it's an interactive horror meta TTRPG thing, I'd be like, I'm watching at least one episode. Like, I gotta, you know what I mean? So
I mean, are we doing advice now? Because that's gonna be fun.
Hey, why not?
I just threw something out there because it's that seemed like the end slate of where we were going with that.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've run enough games to actually have a signature calling card yet. I think it's whimsy. I don't know.
I mean, my deal is my advice is take a look at what you're doing and what you're planning, and justify it. Like, are you doing a thing because that is something that you want to do? Or are you doing the thing because that's what everybody else is doing? And that's why I've been having the conversations about like pre-recording. I just, everybody, when people approach people approach actual plays like, well, it has to be live, it has to be this, and it has to be that, and I'm like, why?
Thing too is like
Yeah.
everyone talks about
Wow.
Critical Role being like the standard for TTRPGs for like live plays, but people also forget that they started on Geek and Sundry. Geek and Sundry did a lot of pre-recorded live actual plays.
Well, I mean, I agree heavily with the fact that Critical Role has become the standard of how everybody wants to do everything. And I mean, we're never going to improve the standard if we just keep doing what Critical Role is doing, and it's starting to get a little obnoxious. Like it's starting to get a little like redundant. It's just like you can only eat tacos so many times in a row before you get fucking sick of tacos, and I'm fucking sick of tacos. Like I don't know. I just think that this space, that this medium allows for so much more than we're using it for.
Yeah.
The stories that we can tell and the ways that we can tell those stories. Like, one of the things that has bothered me about TTRPG actual plays is the fact that I'm trying to put into words what this frustration is, but I think this is what it is. We get the stories episodically, and we don't have to. And what I mean by that is that, okay, I'll use Lonely Thrones as an example, because this is something that I want to kind of break away from when we start up Kingsguard, which is you've got your traditional actual play, right? We're all at the table. We play the session that I had in mind. We all do our outros. Thank you for watching. Da 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 da, and then that's it. And then you don't get any more of the story until the next time it's scheduled, right?
Right.
Why? At any point, D could hop on Twitch and be a day.
Yep.
At any point, a day could tell you about a dream he's having, or discuss their culture, or anything. Anything is possible. You know, we don't see what happens in a long rest. And long rests are usually given like maybe 5-10 minutes in most games. And a lot of sessions end on a long rest. I have no problem with the idea of my players getting together in character and just talking, having a conversation, not taking any actionable steps that would change the story, but just conversations. Why should these characters only interact when the main show is on? Like, that's some TV shit. Like, could you imagine if, I'm going to take one of my favorite shows, Deep Space Nine. Could you imagine if you have your episodes of Deep Space Nine and then Captain's Log, Benjamin Sisko is just looking at the camera, doing his Captain's Log stuff for the day. Randomly, it ends, and then, then Dax does their log. It's just, there's so much additional content that can happen.
Right.
But we don't think about it because Critical Role hasn't done it yet.
Here's a question for you. Do you think that a medium like that would benefit better from if you gave a show that's going to do that its own channel? Because then you open it up to 7 days a week, you can just get a go live notification, and you don't know what's going on for, like, let's say Kingsguard had its own channel. It's like you don't know what's going on, but Kingsguard just went live, and then it's like a day's diaries, and it's just a day like going through the day in his head in retrospect, and it's just live one day on Twitch before the next episode. You know what I mean? And that people who are really
I think that would be something that I would want to discuss with the audience before we put that into motion, because I think the other problem that I have with a lot of channels and a lot of shows is that they just decide stuff and they don't bring it up with their boss. And make no mistake about it, the boss of every channel on Twitch isn't the owner of the channel. It's the people watching. So I would have that conversation with them and ask them, are you willing to go to D's Twitch channel to find out what's up with the day? Are you willing to go to Critical Misses to see what's up with, or would it be easier for you if the show had a channel and it was all there? Or I mean, you could do it on your channel, record it, and then we bring it over to the main channel. I feel like I just feel like we could be doing more to help everybody shine, everybody get a platform, everybody get a spotlight. Because I don't know about you, but I've watched plenty of actual plays where I've fallen in love with the character and I want more content of that character, and I can't get it. And I have also been in TTRPGs, actual plays, where there'll be an episode that I don't recommend this. This is usually the sign of either you work this out with the group or a DM that doesn't know how to balance camera time. But I've been in games where it's just like there's been an entire episode where I've said 3 words, but I want the chance to play the character.
Yeah.
And so, like,
there are people watching who wanted to see that character, that's their favorite character, and they wanted to get a little bit more from that character. Yeah, that's very true. Very true.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, should we do the announcement about Kingsguard here now? Seeing as we've been talking a lot about Kingsguard.
It is relevant. We brought it up a couple of times.
It is relevant that Kingsguard is actually going to be our Monday show.
Yay, Kingsguard.
That's been made official. That I will now be being the producer of Kingsguard in addition to playing Yenna.
So real quick.
So that way Noir can focus on DMing. Real quick.
So real quick. I say that and then I talk for 5 minutes, but that's what being friends with me is. So y'all are fucked. I was rewatching Lonely Throne. That's a good ass show. That's some good stuff. I forgot how good Lonely Throne was. I was like, this shit is good.
Yeah, I'm excited to get back to the world of Gloria.
Me too. Me too.
We are also sponsored by Roll20. It's a Roll20 spotlight show. You got to remember to say that whenever you bring up Kingsguard now.
Yeah. Kingsguard, sponsored by Roll20.
There you go. But yeah, I'm excited to get back into that world. It's going to be live. That's the other portion of that. That's going to be exciting. And yeah, I can't wait to bring that back. I have very exciting plans for it. And I will give Anita all the episodes so that we can do a marathon on Critical Misses. So if you need to catch up on what this crazy show is that we're talking about, we'll figure out a way to get you all caught up because it's fun. Great characters. And I'm talking about the players. Some of the NPCs are cool, I guess. But yeah, we're all good to go. Yeah. I also I'm announcing shit that's not on this channel. Oops.
Do it. Do it.
Do it.
I am doing Enigma one shots. We've got 3 planned so far. We've got a Star Trek adventure, which is being GM'd, I guess is the word. I don't know what for Star Trek. By Anita. We're going to be doing an Alice is Missing game. And I'm bringing back the Trouble in the Second City one shots, so we can go back to the world of the Second City. The reason that I wanted to bring that up is going back to extra material for a world. I can't tell you how many modern TTRPG settings and actual plays exist, and it has always frustrated me that there is an easy way to get extra content for those games in particular, and it feels like I haven't seen this idea taken advantage of. So if it exists, please let me know. But there is going to be a companion podcast to the Second City world that I am writing as well. I've already got the first episode written. The first episode is called Werewolf 101. It is a pirated radio channel that only werewolves can hear. And it is hosted by an NPC called Warren Wolf. And I'm very excited to bring that out.
Awesome.
So that's everything I have to say.
No, that's good.
Awesome. We're getting all kinds of announcements today, chat. Do you see, chat? Do you see what I bring you? I come on, and now we got all these announcements. Y'all are learning all these plans and machinations. Isn't it great?
It's true.
Question one, is the horny pirate coming back? The one who tried to film it on Ocean? Yes. Captain Shaw will be back. In some capacity. I can also, I'll not a spoiler, but well, I guess it might be a little bit of a spoiler. Not really, but I do have a guest or 2 lined up for Kingsguard when that comes back. And one of the guests that I am going to be working my ass off to get into this is Lalande Dumont, which is one of the pirates of the Proud, which is played by my very annoying sister Joy. So I'm gonna see about getting them or getting her on.
Gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Gonna be... So we all have a different game that we are going to be running, if not necessarily here on the channel. What do y'all think is something you learned from the past season's worth of content? Let's not even limit it to just the season here on Critical Misses. The past season's worth of DM experience that you've had or gained. Anita, I know you didn't do as many, but just watching other people, what's some stuff that you want to take forward into the next, because we're going to have a break. All 3 of us have agreed that we're having a break on some level.
Yep.
Stares at Noir. A break on some level. And so when you come back to just hitting it real hard, what's something you want to bring to up your game?
So are we just talking about GMing or talking about games just that you've played?
I'll say let's start with GMing, and then we can go to being.
So should we list the games that we've GM'd?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Go for
You
it.
can go first.
No, you
Okay.
go first.
All right. Let's see. Over the past season, I DM'd Pale Cold Sun, obviously.
Hmm.
And then I did oh god, since January, I've done 3 one shots. Yeah, counting Jasper's game day, that was the last one of 3 that I did last season. And then I GM'd, I think 5 or 6ish games for Emerald City. And I think the thing that I wanna take along with me is I got a lot more comfortable with breaking rules this season because with the whole with the reveal of the Artreus stuff in Pale Cold Sun, which I won't go too far into spoiler detail with. But I just got a lot more comfortable with literally looking at something in the book and just being like, I'm gonna just flat out ignore this. Like, to be honest with you, it's and that's something I did in my personal games, but I just didn't know if that was like I didn't know about bringing that to the live content, especially when it comes to indie TTRPG systems or small. Not that Pale Vampires is an indie TTRPG system, but when it comes to smaller TTRPG systems, I didn't know if people would be offended if I just like disregarded something in their book. But I felt a lot more comfortable with being open to doing that, I guess I should say. So that's what I'm bringing forward as a DM.
Okay. Okay, I guess I'm next.
Yeah, I haven't really DM'd much, so we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Um, I DM'd the math game Second City Saviors. I GM'd the End Times game. I GM'd uh, Urban Shadows game Har in the Second City. Um, and Into the Southlands. I feel like I'm missing something. Uh, and no offense to anybody involved in the one that I'm missing if I am missing something. I'm just very tired. Um, and a few other games, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the things that I learned, and this was major. Oh yeah, and I GM'd Monster Hearts as well, and that plays into the lesson that I learned, which is you can learn the system on the fly as long as you have a story in mind. Um, don't hang up so much on the rules. There's a TikTok going around right now that's like, what are your GM stats, and like um and like the dexterity is how fast you can improv stuff, and the charisma is like how well you can do like characters or keep players invested. And like I think that's far more important than what the intelligence score was, which is how well do you know the rules. If players feel empowered, if the story is interesting, no one's going to care if you mix up insight and investigation.
Right.
I mean, who has time to care about the minutiae of the rules if you're doing a backflip off of a dragon and like sliding down a skyscraper shooting twin pistols? Like, if I get to feel like the hero that I want to be, then I don't give a fuck about the rules. And you know, people like to roll dice, so don't abandon the rules completely, but you don't have to tether yourself to them. You know, ultimately, it's up to you as a GM to decide when players need to roll the dice. So that's all I have to say on that.
Sure.
Let's see, what have I GM'd? I really haven't done that much, honestly. I jammed a couple games for System Crash. We did 3 Kobolds. Coven was GMless.
But even if you yourself didn't GM anything,
That's true.
is there
That's
anything
true.
like you watched or saw and you're like, I'm gonna add that to my toolbox?
I
Or
like-
you could probably do this better.
Yeah, I like how. So we had Twilight Road this season, and I like how Tom does player stakes, and he always has a very openness to listen to his players. Like if, like there's an idea that he'll pitch at you, like we could do this for your character. Like he's one of those people that's like a very open door GM. Like you can slide into his DMs anytime with an idea, and he's just like, okay, or he'll throw something at your character and be like, hey, what would you think if this happened? I'm like, well, I like this in this part, but maybe we'll adjust this part. I like that. I like that style. The fact that you're open to listen, and you are willing to work with your players, and then actually add stakes for the players, and make the stakes feel real, and like the consequences matter, or the choices matter in the game. And I think yes, he's wonderful about listening to ideas. Kelsey knows from experience because Kelsey was in that game. I really like that. I kind of want to be one of those sorts of GMs where it's just like, you can come to me with any idea you want, and I will find some way to incorporate it into the story, and we will make what you want to do, because ultimately it's about you and it's about your fun as a player.
Right.
From D, I learned how to make very vibrant and beautiful characters that inhabit the world and are living, breathing, even though some of them are undead.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Noir's world building is like second to none. And the fact that it's
ridiculous.
also wholly encompassing, and the fact that everything affects everything else is just amazing. And Kayla does some of the most beautiful descriptions in the fucking world. Like, her settings are just so beautiful.
Kayla's descriptions of like landscapes, like just describing
she
like
paints
the
a picture in
terrain.
your mind. It's beautiful.
It is very well done. It's very well done. Like the way she described how in her Sentai world, like the cities are stacked up on top of each other and like built off of each other. I was like, I can completely picture what you're talking about right now.
Yeah. It's like if Rome was 10,000 years old, it was built on and built on and built on and built on until like you don't even know the original city. But it's all under there.
Yep.
It's all there.
Indeed. Yeah, it's interesting, and DMing's always an evolutionary process. You gotta keep it moving, keep picking up stuff. And listen, another thing for all my lovely baby DMs out there, steal more things.
Yes.
Like if you see some shit that's being done like in a storytelling format, the way a story is told, and you're like, that would be great for my whatever I want to do. Do it. Take it. Like do it. I do not have the sanity levels to do it on the level that Noir does. But this fucking monstrosity here, this is my through line. Everyone that I know can attest to the fact that Charlie is in so much of my shit now because of the nature of the character. It is meant to be, and it works so that it's just appearing place to place.
Hey, buds.
So,
Good to see you.
Hey, Buds, what's up?
Yo.
But, yeah, man. So what else do we want to talk about this season in retrospect? Let me look at something.
Oh, I just stretched so hard my vision went blurry for a second. Whew.
Good. Are you okay?
Nope.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Good lord. Oh, here's go ahead, Noir.
Oh no, I didn't have anything to say. I was just
Oh.
tipping my hat.
the something that I haven't done this yet, and this may not, necessarily work yet on this level, depending on what we're going to depending on what we announce. This isn't exactly the case yet, but is there any systems that you guys want to see on Critical Misses?
Ooh.
Um,
There's plenty we haven't had on here.
so it's kind of funny. Later today, I'm gonna be discussing some new systems. With the Gen Con Spring Showcase, and there are a couple of games that I can't wait to see get out there. And there are a couple of games that aren't out yet that I've had the chance to take a look at that are really good. End Times is going to be one of my favorites.
Because it's time
Hands
travel
down.
shenanigans.
It's definitely time travel shenanigans, and that is my bread and butter. But it's the tools there allow you to tell a story that's so different than the stories that are being told right now. Just to give you an example of it, End Times is a system that is about the apocalypse and time travel. And you're playing somebody that knows the end of the world is about to come and you have to stop it. You have your basic stats, your intelligence, strength, blah, blah, blah. But you also have a stat called old and young. And that is your relationship with your old and young self represented as a stat. And the reason that that's a stat is, let's say I'm in a room with D, and D gets shot and is bleeding out. I don't know how to how to do a tourniquet. I don't have any first aid or anything. With this system, I can ask my younger self to take a first aid class. Now, if I have been a dick to myself, my younger self can be like, go fuck yourself. In which case, D is dead. But if I have been kind to my younger self, then I can coax my younger self to take that first aid class, which then gives me access to first aid, and I can save D. And the same is true with your older self. And it's just such a fun, weird storytelling mechanic that it's just
That's so weird. That's awesome.
And the thing is, like, you also have to justify it. Like, let's say that younger me, like, you start off by doing like a biography of your older self, your present self, and your younger self. Let's say younger me used to play soccer every day after school. Well, if I tell my younger self, yo, you've got to take first aid classes, that'll get in the way of my soccer play. So present me no longer has the knowledge. Present me still knows that I used to be a soccer guy, but because younger me didn't play soccer, it took first aid instead. I know I used to play soccer, but I don't have the skills anymore. But I can save D's life with first aid. So that allows for such storytelling that I am very excited to see what GMs do with it.
Very interesting. Very, very interesting. That's
also
like...
Urban Shadows 2.
Well,
That.
Yeah. I can't wait until you get your hands on that. That's when shit's gonna start coming out the gate.
Yeah, it's so clean. It's so clean. I love it so much. Oh no, Noir is not a soccer guy. Noir, the only sport that I ever played was football and wrestling, and the only one that I liked playing was wrestling.
Valid. God bless. Interesting.
That's the kind of time travel shenanigans that I want to explore. Then you should
Yeah.
you should definitely give that system a look when it comes out. It's
The
a fun
Kickstarter for
one.
that's done, right?
Yeah, I believe the Kickstarter for that has wrapped up. Uh, but Draconix, one of our guests on Morning Ritual, he he was a stretch goal, and it was achieved. And he's going to be writing a story
Awesome.
or an adventure for
Awesome.
Entice.
Fantastic. Drac is I gotta work with Drac. I haven't
I
talked to
haven't
Drac.
worked with Drac either.
Same.
Yeah. I got so many people. There are so many people. There's so many people that I still have to work with. I'm glad that I could finally check Super Dylan off of that list. You know, doing something. She's not in the game, but doing something affiliated with her, getting to sit down and look at stuff. Yeah, I gotta get in touch with Alex again too. I gotta do more with Madame Gandalf.
Yes.
Wrangle some of that woman's very limited time, because that is a busy lady.
I mean, you have to be. You have to
Oh,
be.
yeah.
It's just wild. Let's see.
Oh, that sucks, Nick. Started wrestling in high school, but the only other girl quit and wasn't allowed to practice with the boys.
Oh,
So she had to quit.
Yeah, you couldn't
Boo.
practice with him because you would have fucking destroyed him.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be why my captions are trash right now.
Oops.
It's using my built-in webcam mic.
Oh.
1 second, and I'll fix that. I don't know how Google Meet selected that mic, but that's what we're doing apparently. So who is? Let's get some. I'm gonna make y'all name names. I'm gonna
okay.
make y'all name names. One person that you could have on the channel. That's let's say they're already in the TTRPG community. Just to
Okay.
narrow it down a little bit. If you could have one person be on the channel in some capacity, who are you picking? Who's your one?
Ooh.
One person, like, in what capacity would I have them?
Like as a player, as
That
a
is up.
GM?
That is up to you. You can have them as a GM. You can have them as a player. Who you want and how you want it. It's Burger King.
Mm. Mm. I'm going to pick. I'm gonna pick Joy. I'm gonna pick my sister. Um, she's funnier than me. She's smarter than me. Um, she is like all of the best parts of me, but like sassier. I really feel like Joy just needs a platform to take off. And the reason that I didn't pick my brother Jay is because Jay is out here in these Twitch streets kicking down the door, making their own goddamn way. So it's just like I don't need to do anything. But I every time Joy has been in front of the camera, people have enjoyed it. And I think she just needs a platform. And that's all that's all I want for her. So that is my one person.
It's a good pick. It's a good pick.
That is a good pick.
Neat, who you got?
Ooh. I'm gonna say I want Diana on the channel GMing something.
Yeah.
Give me some Super Dylan
Yeah.
on this channel.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick. For me personally, I mean, the fact, considering how similar in certain ways we can be, I feel like the fact that I still haven't done anything with Seffi is a crime on some level. Like, I need to work with that woman, or at least like sit down and bullshit on a stream with her. I still have, I've never spoken to Seffi outside of like our interactions in chat when she was on Morning Ritual and like Twitter, but count. But
Solid
that would be,
picks.
yeah. There's a lot of we talk about a lot how there's, some weeds that need to be tended to in our community, but there's a lot of good eggs, a lot of really creative people, a lot of really good things that could get started, hopefully sooner rather than later. So we've talked about 2 shows. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No.
India.
The third show is just we're going to be continuing Pale Cold Sun for the last season. That's Wednesday. That's going to keep going on. I will continue to play Genevieve Clark until I get cursed by an archfey. Oh wait, that already happened.
Indeed. Haha. There were so many ways that have went that I didn't account for it in my like preparatory writing for next season. Like when I was writing out the framework, I just left all the Charlie bits. I just left that empty because I was like, this could go a million ways, honestly. So,
Milan, the second actual play, the first. So we're going to be doing on Mondays. We're going to be doing Kingsguard. On Wednesdays we'll have Pale Cold Sun, and then on Fridays, pending, I need to talk to Darby and Harper. We'll be doing System Crash, which is our rotating player game where we play RPGs with no clue and no prep. So it would be myself, Darby, and Harper as the 3 main seats, and then we'd have 2 guests a week. So that way we can start rotating in some new players, playing some new games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we love new faces on the Critical Misses channel. That's been one of the guidelines that we try and cast by. Is like let's get some people who we haven't had on here yet, just to
gotta give everybody a platform.
Yeah.
That's how you end up finding such amazing people.
It's true.
We were actually talking about that last night with in Twilight Road in the green room before we started the show, because Velvet talked about System Crash and how it was just like Noir put out a call and said, "Hey, who wants to play a game with me for when we were doing Monster Hearts?" And you brought Velvet in, and that's how Velvet met us.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm finding more and more people are telling me like I've randomly put out a call to play.
And then Kelsey said the exact same thing, and so did Julio, because that's literally what happened with all 3 of them.
Yep.
And that's how Bo got here too.
I have the worst memory of, and so people tell me that I'm like, did I do that?
Yeah, and that's also how Alicia got here.
Thanks for that one, by the way. Appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. I mean, I feel that's one of the things that I am proud of, and that I want more people to do. Like, as I don't know how to say this without sounding like an asshole, but
Doesn't sound like an asshole.
I kind of hate how cliquish things can get in communities.
Yeah.
I did the Chicago music scene for a couple of years, and that was very, very cliquish. There's the whole Columbia College music scene, and then there are the bums that didn't go to college that are just trying to figure it out, and there's like a war between them. And like, I want everybody to have at least 10 people that they brought into the scene. You know, like, I don't give a shit about your numbers if you don't have people that you can be like, look at them. Like,
Right.
this is gonna sound corny, but I forgot that I brought anybody into the scene because they've made such a wave on their own.
Oh
Like,
yeah, absolutely.
I can't tell you the amount of times where I've watched Alicia, Bo, Kelsey on a stream and just gone, holy shit, you know? Like,
I mean, Kelsey made a Twitch account just to watch Second City Saviors, and now Kelsey is one of the administrative leads of a Twitch channel. You know what I mean? I mean, let's not even get started on Chaotic Creations because those two are going to take over the world at some point. And then we have the age old adage, and I will die by this. There's one person who I will die by this quote. If we give AJ a platform, that
yeah,
motherfucker
it's gonna take over the world. And like,
he will outpace everybody.
all right, so I'm gonna get into some spicy talk because here we go. Fuck it. We have seen over the last couple of weeks people with insanely high numbers and clout and influence. We have seen these people exposed. We have seen what they do with power, and it's not for the benefit of anybody else. And all right, I'm sorry. I keep saying I'm gonna just get into it, but it's hard because usually like I play like a character on Morning Ritual, and today I don't have the fucking energy.
No, do it.
Like, we have seen people out here who are winning, and they're mean, they're selfish, they're abusive, and they're toxic, and it sucks. Adam Colbell, before he deleted his Twitter, was at 40,000 followers. You know, like, and people are still out here trying to bring these kind of people back. Mm-hmm. And I took a savage L yesterday. I'm not gonna get into it, but it was I put a lot of hope and a lot of faith in getting something that I did not get, and it sucks. And it's a little frustrating to see. It feels like I've hit a wall. And I promise this all has a point, and it's not just woe is me. It feels like I've hit a wall, and it's discouraging. But what ends up making it easier is hearing like people say like, you helped me get started, and that eases the L's that you take in this space. The space is rough. It's hard. It is hard to try and make a life with it. It's hard to make a living in it. There's a lot of bullshit that you have to navigate around. There are a lot of people that are looking to use you, and in the midst of that, it's just, you've got to find a reason or a way not to become the next asshole that just uses people until they can't take it anymore, and then they have to conjure up courage to let the world know not to fuck with this guy. You know, and in every action that I take, I'm always a little worried. Like, am I the asshole here? And I feel like that has protected me, and that has also helped other people, because my nightmare is the day that I wake up and somebody goes, Noir was reckless with the way that he treated me. And so this whole tangent is just to say that I am very grateful for the people that I showed the door and they walked through it, because that's literally all I did.
Right.
And that's all it takes. And the fact that people aren't doing that is frustrating.
It's so worth it to leave the door open for people. You know what I mean? Like, it does nothing but benefit the community at large, and the people that you're helping out. It's amazing to see how apathetic some people can be. Like, some people really can just be like, I got here. Who gives a fuck? Like, you'll be all right.
Right? Or like,
I found the key. Open it.
Like, or I got here and I got my click. Let's make sure that only those that we deem worthy have a chance. It's just, it's a lot of bullshit. And, it feels good to see the seeds of trying to help somebody out. And it's not much work, because like, honestly, you take somebody like, Alicia, and you just go, okay, here's a show, go. You ain't got to do nothing else.
Yeah.
It's Julio is one of the funniest people I know. Like, you don't have to do shit.
Julio broke my goddamn heart last night. He can act.
Yes. Yes, he can.
It's amazing what people will do and what people are capable of if you just give them a safe space to have their platform. You know what I mean? Like, if you give them a safe space where it's like, you can open up, you can share that sort of, deeper, past the surface level of your characters, because I mean, all of our characters and all the things that we do in this space, they're all parts of us that we're attempting to navigate for an online space. And when you open people up to go deeper with that by providing a safe environment, it's there's just nothing but benefit that you can get from that. I personally see Beyond the Twilight Road is a template that I want to run by. I want to try and recreate everything that went into making Beyond Twilight Road from a production side. Like, offer GMs the same space, try and cast people with the same thought process, because Beyond Twilight Road is everything that I could have wanted for what that show ended up being.
Yeah.
That show didn't have any of the three of us. Didn't have like that. Those were all faces that were either new to or had hardly been on Critical Misses, and we just threw them together and gave them a space to make what they made, and it ended up being one of the spotlight shows this past season. People loved Beyond Twilight Road. You know what I mean? So it was great. So there's just give people a space to play dice, man.
Exactly.
Magic.
I mean, seriously. Like, that's really all it is. That's really all it is. And there's such political bullshit that happens behind the scenes sometimes that it can take the life out of it sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing too. And so much got built from the Twilight Road cast. Like, the whole idea for the Fey Realm most of the people that are on that show are on the board for that channel now. Once it gets once y'all get started, like Faye put together, everyone in there is has some part in that channel. It's all connections. It's all about building connections.
Just give people a place to tell their story, because everyone has a story that they're itching to tell. Everyone has something that they want to tell. And, not every place is the place for every story. You can't tell every story every place, but if you can have sort of a discerning eye and be able to pick out, like, this is something that would do well here, then there's there's nothing to it but to let them go. And they will do fantastic.
Thank you. Bo said, speaking for myself, I am extremely thankful for all of you for creating the space to welcome in new folks and making it such a kind, supportive, and genuinely good space.
Yeah. That's what we try to do. Also, Faye, I would correct you with that. I did not create gold with your cast. I just brought you guys together. That's all I did. Is I looked at who I had and who I could ask, and I was like, these people, I feel like these people will do well together. The show was y'all. I mean, that everything that people saw on screen, that was all you five. I wasn't in the Beyond the Twilight Road green room. Like, that was all y'all. That was all y'all. So well done.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously, good work, all of you. And that's the thing, is it's all about building connections. And now, see, that's the thing too, is Darby says now Darby has friends to scream about Magic the Gathering near 24/7.
Yep. It's pretty fucking cool. There is. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
There is a large amount of pride that I do take in when Tom would come back to the 3-person DM that's him, me, and Anita shared, and would be like, I just want to thank you guys again. This cast is like everything I could have wanted for this story. There is a little bit of casting pride. I was like, okay, I did the thing right.
You did such a good job.
That's good to hear.
That was like I think the very first task that I gave you as creative lead on this channel. It's like, here's a show. Yeah. Cast it, please. For the love of God, take this off my hands.
Yeah, I think it went clearly it went well. People liked it, so
yeah.
And
I think that cast wants to get together we're going to be doing a Q&A on Friday for Twilight Road. And that cast really wants to get together for like a reunion show. So once everything gets cleared up with their schedules, we're going to bring them back for, I think, like a one-shot or something.
Ooh.
Nice.
Interesting.
We've been at this for about an hour and a half now. Do we want to take a quick 10-minute break, do human things, and come back with more of this stuff?
So here's the question: are we still doing the That Guy segment?
Ooh, that's a good question.
We certainly can.
Okay.
I could take 10 minutes and remember That Guy, or 4,
or several. But yeah, we're gonna take a quick 10-minute break. We're gonna stretch. We're gonna get some water. We're gonna do what we need to do.
And then you remember. Sorry, what? I was listening to what you were saying. I promise.
Unfortunately, my microphone the left side is half working. The right side is working. It's the cord that I got. I can't do anything to fix it, unfortunately, until I get a new cord. But yeah.
Yeah, you can. I'll help you with it on the break.
Yeah. We'll sort that out. But yeah, we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Bye.
Hey.
Good. Oh, okay, that fixed it. You're right. Thanks for helping me out with that, babe.
What I do.
It is. It is indeed. Oh, man.
Welcome back in, Danny. Decating.
I was I was thinking, right, while I was up, I got some water, took a bio. I was like, what else do I want to talk about? You know what I want to talk about?
What's up?
Not TTRPG stuff. What the fuck else have y'all been doing? It's the end of the season. Let's celebrate by talking about the other things that we do, because we do occasionally do other things.
Occasionally.
No, not me.
I know,
Like, all I
right?
do is
You've been on a stream marathon, motherfucker. How's that going?
my streak, like my stream streak. I failed at miserably.
Ah,
But
but you
I'm gonna get back
sorry.
into streaming. I had a goal to hit 500, and I'm close. I think if I check now, because follower accounts are fun. I'm at 450, so that's
Nice.
not bad.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty sweet. Good job. GG.
I'm gonna be. I've again, like anything that I'm doing or anything that I do or have done has kind of been in the realm of TTRPG. Like I've been doing some cons and I've been doing some conventions and not talking about what it's like to be black. So that's fun.
Hey.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's been a good time. I haven't had one discussion about race. It's been great.
That's like fucking finding a unicorn. Man.
Right? It's wild.
God bless.
1 second. I'm just changing my thing so that's voice mod. There we go. Now
Did
I
Chet
should be.
confirm that
Yes.
they can hear you?
Left
Okay.
ear success ear
Ooh,
is what
you
I've
might
got from
turn yourself
Sally.
down a little bit.
All right. Sorry. Let me
No,
just...
you're good. You're good. I mean, we could talk about. I mean, really, all I've been doing is TTRPG and watching WandaVision.
How's that for sound?
It's good.
Better?
WandaVision.
You know what? I can put this out there because I've had some success. Well, not success, but some people have been interested in my movie takes. I kind of want to try out movie reviews,
Ooh, that could be fun.
or just
fun.
a Twitch show about movie takes, because I love talking about movie takes, and people seem to have fun talking about that. Like I had so many people DM me about the Warcraft movie that I forgot existed.
Yeah.
I wish there was a way like you could do a live movie viewing with people.
Yeah.
That would be fun. Yeah.
I mean, you could hypothetically, you could watch the thing and just record you and your reactions to it, and sort of like intersplice that with clips from the movie. That might be a little worth it.
Darby's like, what Warcraft movie? There was a big budget Warcraft movie that came out,
Yep.
and I completely forgot about it. I mean, I've watched trailers now to refamiliarize myself with it, and it looks okay.
If
No,
you
our
do
that my girlfriend is obsessed with dissecting movies. It would be a great co-host. I mean, I'm for it because it's just like I feel like there are some movies out there that don't get the amount of love that they should, like Push. And then I feel like there are some movies out there that everybody loves that suck, like Avatar.
Oh yeah, Avatar's not a good movie at all.
No, it's trash.
I had someone try. One of my close friends sit me down and like she really likes Avatar, and she's like, "Watch it again," and I was like, "Yeah, it's still dirt."
It's
This
the plot
is bad.
Disney's
Trash.
Pocahontas, but in space.
It's big trash. Like
Push
it's
is a good
big
movie.
trash. Push, like, thank you. Like, And you know what? I dare say Jumper is a good movie, but it's not available on stream anywhere. Um, and I feel like there are movies that are cult classics that my friends should know that some don't. Like Repo, the Genetic Opera. I had a conversation about that recently, and like a friend of mine had no idea what the fuck I was talking about. And I'm like, do you like gore? Yes. Do you want to see Paris Hilton die? Yes. Do you like Giles from Buffy? Yes. Then, boy, do I have a movie for you.
Let me tell you something. Yeah, that'd be a fun thing if we like sat down. What if, and I'm spitballing. God, I shouldn't sign myself up for this because I know how noir is. This motherfucker's, the cogs in this motherfucker's head are gonna start turning. But what if, like, me, because I've been wanting to do things with Bree recently. If me, you, and Bree just like sat down in Mystery Science Theater to movie, like the three of
I'd
us
pay to
just
watch
like
that.
just roasting the shit out of a movie as it continues.
Oh my god, I would be down for that. I would be down for that. I love movies and I love TV shows, and I've been kind of part of the fun of being in a new relationship is like, you ain't seen this, well now you gotta see it. Like, and so I've watched some new shit now too. Like I watched the George Lucas movie.
Oh, Willow.
Yeah, I watched Willow for the first time. Didn't love it.
Okay.
It was.
These are my Willow
It was
opinions.
okay. Okay, let's go. Let's do it.
Okay, so it is a product of its time.
Yes,
Clearly.
we agree very much on
Better
that.
movies
Yes.
have come out since then.
Yes,
but it's
that is
mostly
very
nostalgia
true.
factor is the reason why that it's so appealing.
I think I blame The Princess Bride for me being like meh at Willow. Like, if The Princess Bride didn't exist, then I would probably be like, this is an okay movie. But it's just like I feel like everything that movie tried to do, Princess Bride did it better. And everything that was
I love
in
both
Willow,
movies, to be fair.
I love Princess Bride. Willow was. I'm glad I watched it so I can check that off the list.
Some of the world building in Willow is actually really good, though. Like the way that they.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Like I do like the world building. It was fun. It was fun in the same way that The Hobbit is fun.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I thought you were gonna say tetanus. But yeah. I don't know why. I've never seen Willow. Here's the fun thing about me that I feel like people forget. I was born in 1997.
It's true.
Folks. I am not even 24 yet. So there are a lot of movies and TV shows that I haven't seen. I've never seen The Princess Bride.
We're gonna have to correct it.
I have never seen, just going off of that, I've never seen The Princess Diaries. I've never seen When Harry Met Sally. I've never seen Forrest Gump.
I haven't seen When Harry Met Sally either, so.
I'm just
okay,
looking at
okay,
just
all right. So I don't know why, but I feel like you in particular would love The Princess Bride. I don't know what it has very D energy to it. Like, just a very dry sense of humor. And witty. That is it's so good. I saw somebody ask, what is Willow? Willow is is George Lucas's crack at fantasy. It has Val Kilmer and Warwick Davis. Like
Ron Howard directed it, but yeah, George Lucas did the production.
Oh, well, okay then. Okay,
I would still count that.
Who's Val Kilmer? Wow.
Was that
Wow,
Darby?
I feel old.
I knew that was gonna be Darby when I switched back to the chat.
Wow. He's Batman. He's one of the Batman. He's one of the Batman.
Oh shit! That's what the Inigo Montoya thing is from.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Oh
No clue.
God.
No clue, dude.
Oh
No
my
fucking clue.
God.
Do we need to do Gen Y movie night? Is that what we need to do?
There are
Oh
so
my
many things. And I know I started this by mentioning how I'm on the younger side, but there are so many things that I just completely missed. And people are like, "How have you not seen this?" And I'm like, I just missed it. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
There
what
are
you're
so
talking
many
about.
Batman. How am I expected to remember them all? Adam West, Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, George Clooney, Christian Bale, Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
And Robert Pattinson. There's only 7.
Yeah. Andre the Giant's in this movie?
Yes.
What?
Fucking God.
God,
God.
damn it!
Why? For what? Is he just like vibing? Does he play himself?
No, he plays like the sweetest character.
He plays the sweetest himbo.
He's a giant himbo, and it's great.
He is the template for all himbos. It's physic.
If you sit down with me and you go through that list and you just start naming movies, you will just lose more and more faith in me, because you're gonna name stuff and I'll be like, never seen it. There's gonna be certain ones.
All right, hold on.
Like,
Let's go over the list that you had so far. Princess Bride, you have to watch it. Princess Diaries, Forrest Gump. Okay, so I've got problems with Forrest Gump. Hot take. Forrest Gump is it's a sweet movie if you turn off 75% of your brain. I am going to give you 2 descriptions of this movie, and they're both equally true. Okay? The first one is Forrest Gump is the story of a sweet yet simple individual who stumbles his way across American history, all in pursuit of his first love, who is a troubled individual, right?
Okay.
That's one description. The other description is I'm trying very hard to. Forrest Gump is the story of a stalker who stalks a woman across American events.
Okay, gotcha.
Who has issues that have gone untreated and are presented in a way where it's just like
Jenny is a manic pixie dream girl.
Hey, Noir.
druggy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Noir, watch this. I also haven't seen any of the Ghibli films.
Hell yeah. We're in solidarity here.
I have seen one, and I have seen Howl's Moving Castle because my friend was aghast that I had not seen any of the Ghibli films. I've never seen Shawshank Redemption.
I've only seen parts of it, the parts that I need to, like, the poster and the shit.
Yeah, I was 17 before I watched Pulp Fiction for the first time.
Oh my God.
I've never seen Labyrinth. Never seen that.
I actually have also not seen Labyrinth.
Oh.
I have never seen a single Terminator movie.
There's only one you need to see.
T2.
Okay. That's Judgment Day, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tom Hanks is boring. Kelsey, no. His only good role was Toy Story. Have you not seen Saving Private Ryan? The movie is dope.
I have not seen Saving
I
Private
have not
Ryan.
seen. No, not either.
Does it go on the list?
Here's a big. Here's a big one. I have never seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
I haven't
Never
seen that
in
either.
my life.
I have no interest.
People go nuts when I say I haven't seen that movie. I've never seen Ferris Bueller. I've never seen Neverending Story. Never seen Clue.
Oh, hold on. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa,
You haven't
whoa,
seen
whoa,
Neverending
whoa,
Story.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Right.
Go back and read me that list one more time.
I have never seen. I said Monty Python. I've never.
Okay,
seen
me either.
Breakfast Club. Never seen.
Okay,
House.
I've seen that.
I've seen House. Never seen Neverending Story.
I haven't seen that.
Never seen Clue.
Okay, that's the one. Stop right there. Stop
Right,
it.
yes,
Hammer time.
Right. Yep.
Again, another movie that is quintessential D energy
Agreed.
that you need to see.
We can set up a viewing for Clue. It is on Prime Video in Canada, so I can make sure we can watch this.
All right, we'll have a Clue night. Because I can't.
It's revolting.
What'd you say?
Nikki's about to shut the stream off. I'm about to shut this off. God.
You gotta see Clue. Watch Clue, then play Clue. That would be fun. Have you seen Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Nope. I have not.
Have you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Honey, I dressed up as Frankenfurter.
Fuck yes. I do mean magenta.
Yeah, I've never seen Rocky Horror, Bell, which I know. It's like every queer person on earth has seen it. I've never seen Pan's Labyrinth.
That's a
I've
good
seen
one.
it, but it's okay.
Yep. Yeah.
I never watched Groundhog's Day. I know what happens in it.
You have to watch it. Like it's mandatory viewing.
Okay.
Glee ruined Rocky Horror for me.
Glee ruined Rocky Horror for a lot of people.
Blasphemous. No, I put a list of movies I have on Vudu that I can stream through a share thing on Discord. Nice. Ask B. Dave Walters about Pan's Labyrinth. Will do. I feel like that might trigger him. Are you giving me like? Are you giving me like his activation code? He's gonna snap my neck once I ask him about it. like B Dave, how do you feel about Pan's Labyrinth? Like mission activated, exactly. He just snaps my neck. Let's see, what other movies do we have here? Have you seen? Wait, hold on. Now this one, I'm gonna be upset because I already know the answer, but hearing it out loud is gonna upset me. Have you seen Hook?
No. That's the Rufio one, right? Dante Bosco. Somebody clip it, please. Just both of them. I knew this would happen.
Oh yeah, we knew that this is the way it was gonna go.
I told you guys the amount of movies that I haven't seen, it frustrates people. They're just like, how have you not? How? Yeah, I have never seen Hook. No clue what happens in it. It took me until like 2016 to know that it had something to do with Peter Pan, because I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. And everyone was like, it's called Hook. And I'm like, Hook is a word and an object. I don't hear Hook and immediately think Peter Pan.
We're going to see Noir pop into Dee's frame and start smacking.
My doorbell just rings. I open it and so on. Oh, man.
Thanks, AJ, for that clip.
God bless.
I haven't seen the Goonies either.
No, I haven't seen.
I haven't seen Goonies, Sandlot. What the fuck are those little bastards called? What
Little Rascals?
Yeah, I haven't seen that shit.
Little
I haven't-
Rascals, I've seen like I used to have a VCR of Little Rascals, not because I'm that old, but because we're poor. So same thing.
I've never seen Wizard of Oz, but I don't need to. I saw the Wiz.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
you goddamn right. I ain't seen Wizard of Oz. But let me tell you what I have seen.
Have you seen Stand By Me?
Michael Jackson? You ever wanted Michael Jackson to be a scarecrow?
Time out. Your blackness asked the question before you could. You were like, you ain't seen the Wizard of Oz, then you see?
Exactly. I have never seen Stand By Me. No, I've never even heard of that one. I don't know.
I see that one. They played that at my school a bunch. Cool. Have you seen Dangerous Minds? It's by no means a classic, but I just love that because that's why we got Gangsta's Paradise.
Nope, never seen that. I've never seen any of the Godfather movies.
All right, hot take.
Yeah.
You only need to see one Godfather. That's the first one. The rest of them are garbo.
Wow. I always hear that the second one's the best one.
No, it's not. Anybody that tells you that just likes kissing people and then being mad at them. Like Fredo, I know it was you. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
I have never seen Seven. Never seen that one.
I will fight to the death to say that The Departed is better than Godfather 2 and 3.
Interesting.
You haven't seen Seven? Yeah, you don't need to see Seven.
Oh shit!
You don't need to see Seven.
But how else will I know what's in the box?
What's in the box?
Another great example of this, like just media that I miss, is that there are so many Vine quotes that my friends would make, and I would never see the Vines, like, or have a visual reference for it. I would only know it because they quote the Vines. Oh, I forgot one of the big ones that always makes people mad. I've never seen The Lord of the Rings. I've never seen a single Lord of the Rings movie. I play D&D for a living, by the way.
Okay, here we go. This is.
Oh boy.
I'm about to get. I'm about to get canceled. Let me just. Let me stretch.
Oh boy.
There's a couple bad things about Seven, but I won't get into it.
Lord of the Rings is overrated. It's not that great.
What I always hear is that it's like Citizen Kane, to where it's just like it just sets such a precedent that people go over with it. Dub Club is canceled.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay, so here's my deal with Seven.
Oh boy.
There is a lot of violence perpetrated against females in that movie.
Oh really?
Yeah. Like, you can make a movie have stakes without, doing what you did. Absolutely. Some of the violence that gets perpetrated in that movie against women is real bad.
Yeah.
Real bad.
For sure. I've never seen any of the Alien movies.
I haven't seen any of the Alien movies either.
It's on the list.
Does it have to be though? If it's anything like the game, I don't need that.
The first one holds up. The first one holds up.
God, what else have I never seen?
Have you ever seen The Rocketeer?
Nope. Don't know what that is either.
It was a movie that a lot of people slept on.
Okay.
Oh, have you seen Fallen with Denzel? Absolutely, I have. That's a good ass movie.
I like how this is just turning into what movies we've seen and what movies we haven't seen. We haven't even done any of that guy segments.
Yeah. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
No. I've never seen Predator either. So
I've seen
Predator. Alien versus Predator.
You've seen Alien versus Predator?
Yeah, it was garbo.
It was.
Freddy versus Jason was actually pretty dope, though.
It was actually.
Wait, so you've seen Freddy versus Jason?
I listen. Well, horror movies are my bag, though.
I
Horror
don't fuck with
is
horror.
a little
I
harder.
don't do it. I don't.
Yeah, I've seen every Nightmare on Elm Street movie, every Halloween movie, every Friday the 13th. I've seen
Nope, not me.
Fuck that guy. We're doing this now. What movies have we seen, and what movies have we not seen?
I'll tell you what, you want a horror movie that will fuck your hole, and it is Hereditary. As someone who watches horror stuff, I fucking bought this and it stares at me in my room when I sleep. As someone who fucks with horror stuff pretty heavily, Hereditary was disturbing. Like, I got to the end of that movie and I was like, fuck, dude. like it's not particularly gory or anything like that, but
I mean,
like when Hereditary starts going in that downward spiral, it starts fucking going. Like, the last 45
I think I
minutes
watched a little bit of Hereditary, and if I recall correctly, and I don't want to spoil it, but it's basically one spirit has it out for his family, right?
Essentially, yeah. Then the spirit is like their grandmother, none of that is a spoiler. That is a spoiler-free way to describe the movie. Yeah.
Have you seen My Girl? Either of you?
Is that the one where the kid dies because of the bees?
Yeah.
Haven't seen it, but I did. I haven't seen it, but I did watch the funeral scene because somebody was like, "Oh, it's gonna make you cry," because she's all like, "He doesn't have his glasses," and I don't know why, but that made me laugh a little bit. I think it was first.
Yo, honestly, Kelsey said, honestly, at this point in my life, if it's a story about a man, I'm probably just not going to watch it.
Mood.
Fucking talk. God bless. What else is on this list that I haven't seen? Oh man.
Are we looking up like must-see movie list or something?
I'm on IMDb's top 250 rated movies, and I'm just like scrolling to see like the big ones that I missed. Never saw 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Nah, me neither.
Have you ever seen Pulp Fiction?
Yes, yeah. I love Jim Carrey, and I never saw Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
That's a movie.
I did. That movie got me through a breakup. That movie and Silver Linings Playbook got me through a breakup because I have weird taste in movies.
That movie made me bawl like a fucking baby. That's like the first movie where I was inconsolable after the movie.
Let me ask you though. Let me ask you. Has there ever been any breakup in your life that you would Eternal Sunshine of Spotless Mind, like you just booted like from your memory?
No. And here's why. Here's a couple reasons why.
Here we go. Let's get it. Let's get it.
My first relationship, I've only been in three now major relationships. The first one I was in, yes, he was an abusive asshole. Like, all that shit was garbage and, like, we're moving past it. But that was the relationship that introduced me to Dungeons and Dragons and role-playing games. So if I Eternal Sunshine that shit, I'd lose all my knowledge of TTRPGs. Yeah. Can't do it. And I mean, if I did the other one, then it would be like 13 years of my life gone.
What if you could tell your younger self to like, hey, play TTRPGs? This stream is sponsored by. No, I'm kidding. No. No, yeah. There's just a lot of movies I haven't seen. I don't know why. I do.
Never seen
why.
Airplane?
Nope.
Airplane's got some moments. It's a good comedy film.
Okay, so here we go. I haven't seen a single Pixar movie other than Brave.
Wow.
Interesting.
I'm like them.
That is.
Oh, Brave and The Incredibles.
Incredibles is great. Let's be fair.
That's it. I've never seen a single Cars. What's the one where people are emotions or some shit? Haven't seen that one.
Inside Out.
Haven't seen Coco. Yeah. Haven't seen. I don't even know the other one.
Toy Story.
Have you ever seen a comment pop up in Twitch and you can hear the anger in it? Wait, Brave?
Nikki, I have never seen Coming to America.
I saw it once when I was very, very little. So
I love that movie with my entire heart, and I watched the sequel last night, and I've got thoughts. I've got thoughts. I've got thoughts.
You've got feelings.
You know, I'm trying to hold it in. Like, why did you bring that up? Like that is like real sore. It's a pretty fresh wound.
God bless. I love it.
Oh,
man. I've never actually seen The Sixth Sense or The Truman Show. You want to know?
Unbreakable's a better movie than Sixth Sense.
You want to know another? Unbreakable was good, and so is Mr. Glass, and so is Split. Split's a fucking great movie, and you can kill me if you want to. That's sort of separate from.
Vicky is asking me if the sequel is a good movie.
No.
Sounds like the answer is no.
It's what is a sequel? This is how my review of Coming to America starts. What is a sequel? What is the point of a sequel? Right? Like, this was a good movie if it had nothing to do with Coming to America.
God bless. I've never seen Fifth Element.
What?
No. I don't even know what it is. I've heard it, man.
I almost want to spoil it for you out of anger.
So here's the thing. Here's another thing that makes people mad. Is how I watch movies. As soon as a movie starts, I look up the end of it. Like, as soon as I sit down to watch a movie, I read the end of it on Wikipedia, and then I will watch the movie. Or I will read the entire, depending on what it is, I might read the plot of the movie on Wikipedia, then watch it. The most recent instance of this happening was when The Mandalorian came out, season 2. I watched the first episode, and then I stopped a little bit just to wait or whatever. And I just kind of fell off. And then I saw that people were going crazy for the last episode. So I watched the last episode. And then I was like, that's pretty good. Then I went back and watched the rest of season 2. Harper.
You're a fucking monster.
Crumble.
You're a fucking monster.
Dude, Harper and AJ were so fucking enraged. They were like, what are you what are you talking about? You can't do that.
Watch me.
Do it all the time. Oh man. It doesn't spoil it for me personally.
They took all the bite out of Coming to America. Coming to America. I'm sorry. I'm still on this.
No, go ahead.
Coming to America, the first one was funny and edgy, and they Disneyfied it. It's got no teeth at all. Like, what made Coming to America funny was it kind of pointed a finger at America by going in on it. And it's just there's nothing. It takes it most of it takes place in Zamunda, and it's bad. It's not good. It hurt my melanin to watch it last night. My entire melanin was on fire. Like, what the fuck is this?
A crime has been committed.
God. All right.
Also,
So, go ahead. No, go ahead.
To answer the various questions in chat, yes, I have always done this. Like ever since I was like cognizant enough to just think to myself, "Oh, I can just look up the end of this movie." I've done it since then.
Have you seen Inception?
Yes, Inception's good.
Did you look at the ending before you watched it?
Yeah, I did. I did indeed. I looked up the end of Inception, and then I watched it, and then I was like, oh, and then the top. Oh, okay, I see. Like I don't like look it up, and then I'm like, oh, this is gonna happen, right? Like I'm not one of those people who's like, I know the ending. I just look up the ending, and I'm like, cool, and then I watch the fucking thing, and I'm like, okay, great.
That can totally content coming in with the savage comments in chat. I honestly wish my fucking sister would do what D does, man. Shut the fuck up during
Yo, that was personal. That was deep. I relate to that as a sibling.
I feel the frustration.
Yeah, that was that sibling anger that like sits in your chest and gets reactivated every once in a while. It's just like, well, if this motherfucker would pick his socks up.
Have you seen Gladiator?
Nope.
Wait, you haven't seen Gladiator either, Anita?
Nope. I'll add it to the list.
Aren't we just great?
Put it on the no. I want to see you put it on the list right now.
Give me a second. Look at the list. List of movies.
More recent ones. I never saw How to Train Your Dragon as far as like animated.
So
Gladiator's on the list.
Somebody asked me if I cried during what's the fucking one with the bees?
My Girl.
Yeah, somebody asked me if I cried during My Girl. No, I did not. But I'll tell you what, I bawled buckets. I cried like a baby during How to Train Your Dragon. Like I love that movie with my entire heart. And hun, I just need to give you a warning. There is a monologue in Gladiator that I will do a very shitty Russell Crowe impression while it's on, and I can't help it. Don't ask me to help it. It's just something that I have to do. How I Met Your Dragon. Yes. I have to, look, there are some movies that there are quotes or you have to quote them. Like if you don't say "as you wish" every time Wesley says it in Princess Bride, I don't trust you. Like this, and if you watch Gladiator and you don't go, "My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, commander of the armies of the North," then I don't trust you because that is the coldest goddamn monologue of all time.
God
Father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife, and I'll have my vengeance in this life or the next. Yes!
Have either of you seen Scream? That one got brought up in chat.
I have never seen Scream.
Neither have I.
I saw Scary Movie, so I pretty much think I got to watch.
Yeah. Scary Movie, like, because Scream already is like taking the concept of like Halloween and turning the comedy to 5 and the horror to 5. So Scary Movie just turned, the comedy to 10 and the horror to 1. So
I've never seen Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
My hot my hot take is that Bed Knobs and Broomsticks is better than Mary Poppins.
I don't even know what the first thing you said was.
Oh man, let's check out some Disney movies I haven't seen. This usually upsets people as well. This is also just, I guess, this is what the rest.
I've
of
never
them
seen
are
the.
doing.
I have here's the one that usually gets me yelled at. I have never seen The Big Lebowski.
Yeah, me either.
It's okay.
I know of it. I get the memes, but I've never seen it.
Yeah,
And I am right. Thank you for that, chat.
God bless. I've never seen Pinocchio, Fantasia, Dumbo, Bambi,
I haven't seen any
uh,
of those either.
Cinderella, Peter
Yeah.
Pan, Robin Hood. Never seen Lady and the Tramp.
The reason why Bedknobs and Broomsticks is so much better is because it's kids and a witch kick some Nazi ass.
that does increase the quality of a movie.
Mhm.
Have you seen Fight Club?
No,
Yes.
never once.
A couple times. Bunch of times. Okay.
Yeah.
Boondock Saints.
Nope.
No.
Never seen it. Never seen it. I never saw The Jungle Book. I have also never.
I've never seen a single Blade Runner.
Neither. I've never seen Blade.
You wait, no. No. Some motherfuckers always trying to ice skate up hills. No, you need to see this.
Shit.
Wait, hold on.
Funny.
Hud, have you seen Blade?
Yes, I've seen Blade. I watched it in theaters.
Yeah, you did. Look, y'all don't understand. There's some movies your melanin requires you to absorb.
Got bad news. He's got bad news.
Jesus Christ. I've never seen Jaws
Nope,
I haven't seen either.
or Silence of the Lambs.
Steam froze, so I just saw Nora's face grinning in bliss at the moment before hearing Dee had her blade. His voice went, no, no, no!
I saw the remake of It before I saw the Tim Curry one.
I have seen
I
neither.
haven't seen either. Hey!
Yeah. The performance of Pennywise in the second one is, I love it. I've never seen Little Mermaid. Never seen Beauty and the Beast.
I've only seen 2 Indiana Jones movies, and they're gonna make you unhappy.
You've seen Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, haven't you?
Yes.
What's the other one
That's
you've
just-
seen?
The one where it's like, you have chosen.
Last Crusade's good. Last Crusade's good. Okay. I'm with you there, but Crystal Skull's trash. Okay,
Poorly.
here's the deal with Crystal Skull. This is the take
Oh,
that I
boy.
will...
Oh boy, here we go, y'all.
Okay, so, I know what George Lucas was trying to do with Crystal Skull. I know what he was trying to do.
Uh-huh.
It's fine. So, Indiana Jones is a take on the pulp adventure movies of the 1940s. So, punching Nazis, like, saving the girl, that sort of thing. That's what Indiana Jones is supposed to be. What he was trying to do with Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was do the pulp movies of the 50s, which have aliens as a plot point, because Roswell was a thing. That's what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
But then you stick Indiana Jones in the refrigerator.
It sounds like he missed.
Yeah, that sounds like he did it.
That's basically how anyone can start anything with George Lucas. I know what you were trying to accomplish here. I can see the bones. I can see the outline of the structure. I can see the vision that you are trying to accomplish. But no one wants to say no to you to reel back your vision to like a decently framed out movie.
Right.
Would y'all like to hear my black blasphemy?
Your blasphemy?
Give it to me.
I've never seen Boys in the Hood.
Really? It's good. It's good.
I've never seen it.
I will say there's a reason that Boys in the Hood started that whole genre. because it's pretty solid. It's pretty solid.
I've just never gotten around to it.
Yeah, me either.
Melicin. Good night, everybody.
Perfect. It ain't getting better than that, folks. And the ritual has concluded.
Cut the stream. Cut the stream.
Melicin. That is amazing.
Have you seen Set It Off?
No.
I've never seen Juice either.
I haven't seen Juice.
Neither. I didn't even. That's a movie.
But I'll tell you, y'all haven't seen Y'all better get ready to cry. I better get ready to cry.
Do I need to add it to the list?
Yes, you do.
Oh, hold on. That's the Queen Latifah joint, isn't it?
Yeah.
I have seen that movie.
Day after day, seems like I push against the... Oh my God, it's so good.
Yes, I have seen that.
Okay.
Currently on the list that we need to watch, What We Do in the Shadows.
Okay.
Alien, Total Recall, Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
If we have to.
Joker.
Oh God.
I know. I didn't want to watch Joker, but he's like, you gotta watch Joker.
God.
If you're gonna make me watch goddamn Monty Python, you're gonna fucking watch Joker. You're gonna fucking like it.
Incel the movie?
Lord. Yeah.
Primer. And now Gladiator and Set It Off.
Have you seen Memento?
Yes, I fucking love that movie.
No. That's the one with the guy getting the. That's the one with the guy getting the tattoos because he keeps forgetting shit.
Yeah.
Baby,
it's good.
It's so good. It's so good.
Monty Python does not equal Joker. Unequal.
Agree. I agree.
I'm also being forced against my will to watch Studio Ghibli movies, so I'm gonna make it hurt.
We made an arrangement. You owe me.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch this goddamn Studio Ghibli movie. I've never seen Rocky. Has anybody here seen Rocky?
Yes.
Oh yeah. I've seen a lot of the Rocky movies. My dad likes boxing though. So
yes.
Okay. Overly surprising.
Same, but in mom.
This is all this stream is gonna be right now, y'all. It's just
apparently.
Who cares about that guy? Let's talk about movies. This is now a movie ritual.
Yeah, we just add that.
No,
to
I'm over here being handed candy on a silver platter. I'm being tortured. Never seen Dazed and Confused.
Me neither.
I don't even know.
I have never seen nor read, and I don't get any of the references from Pride and Prejudice. But every time it comes up, I just nod and like, yeah I get it. I haven't seen or read a single Jane Austen anything, and I don't ever intend to.
Okay,
and I will
so
die on this hill. No,
this is going to uncover the deep truth. Is that neither have I.
Oh, wow.
So when we made in the first episode of Morning Ritual, when we made the Cain Velasquez as Mr. Darcy joke, I had no idea what I was talking about. I just know Mr. Darcy's a character in the book. I think he's the main love interest. I don't really know anything about it though.
Yeah, I don't. I've been asked since I've seen Push, have I seen Legion or Priest? I've seen them both, and I love Legion so much. I watched all of Dominion, and I'm trying to find it on any streaming service that I can, because Dominion was the TV show based off Legion, and it's so goddamn dope.
Okay. Have either of you seen Apocalypse Now?
No.
I don't even know what that is.
Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, watch it. You don't need to watch or read anything else.
Here's also another fun addition to this like microcosm is the only musical I have ever heard is Hamilton. That's it. Never heard or seen, or except Star Kid. I've seen Star Kid stuff, but like a handful of Star Kid stuff, maybe 3 or 4. and Hamilton is all of my
Well,
musical.
well, first off, you're welcome for the Star Kid, and
Excuse you, I was showed Star Kid years ago. That was Darby and Harper that
oh,
was
that's
Yeah.
right,
that
that
was
I
a whole like
exposed to
with.
that.
Yeah.
Um, you haven't seen Moulin Rouge?
Nope.
Have you seen Moulin Rouge, Anita? Put it on the list.
I haven't even heard like any songs
The
from it.
only the only reason I've actually heard show tunes from Moulin Rouge is because I went to karaoke with a bunch of drunk
How the
theater
fuck have
kids.
y'all not seen Moulin Rouge?
Fun fact: in high school, my career path is stupid because in high school I was not a theater kid. Like I didn't.
All
I
right,
was never
Sphinx,
in
you're
any
watching it too.
production
I hope you didn't think you were safe.
Yeah. Yeah. I have never seen any. I've never been in any like plays or productions. I wasn't a drama kid in high school. Like, so I didn't see any of that stuff.
I don't like Moulin Rouge. Get Nikki out of chat.
We want a 600 Can we get a 600-second band on Halfling_Nick?
I'm putting out an APB Halfling_Nick. Make sure
I've never seen any Jurassic Park movie.
Really. First one's good. The rest are unnecessary.
Sure.
It's good because of the concept, which is why the rest are unnecessary. Like once you've seen the first one, there's not really anything else they can do with those movies, so I don't know why they tried. Like, but you know.
I remember seeing Moulin Rouge
Bye,
and
Sally.
being indifferent when I was 18 or so, I think. Bye, Sally.
Jurassic Park 2 isn't that bad.
It's not bad, it's just unnecessary.
I just can't relate to it because there's not a single cell in my body that would go, oh wait, they opened an amusement park full of dinosaurs? Well, I should go. Like I know myself so well that the concept is so foreign to me, I can't even get myself to watch the movie.
So did you guys, there was a video that was passing around Twitter of a TikTok of like this lady that was talking about wind that was coming through her mirror.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Back there. Oh my God, Young. One of my favorite Black creators that I follow quote retweeted it and said, quote retweeted the section that said, we should go it backwards in there. And they just quote retweeted and said, see, this is what the kids call cultural difference. I have never laughed so hard at
it. Back one more time, y'all.
Oh my God, that shit was so funny.
The dinosaurs got out of the last park? Why the fuck would I go into another one? Yeah,
yep.
You could not pay me to go through my bathroom mirror. I would be calling the fucking landlord and being like, I have access to another apartment through the window?
Yep. Yeah, it's definitely odd. Like, I'm not saying, ignore it, but I ain't going back there. Nah.
Oh, no.
I don't want anybody else.
I'm gonna lock my bathroom. I'm gonna put a chair under my bathroom door so nothing gets in.
Yep. Fuck that. God bless. But yeah, the moral of the story, you guys, is that I haven't seen anything really. Like I missed a lot of media, and the media that I do. It's funny too because I'm so easily pleased by movies. Like one of my favorite horror movies of recent memory was Happy Death Day. And that movie is, I know there are going to be people in chat who liked Happy Death Day. I love Happy Death Day. It is an objectively dumb movie. Like it's stupid. But I don't know. I'm just like, this is fun though. I'm easily pleased. And I can get so into the performances and the music and the art and etc of a movie that the ending doesn't, I don't have to not know how the movie's going to end because getting there is enjoyable. And that's kind of the metric by which I measure movies that I enjoy.
Yeah.
So,
there is a period of my life where I was like, I have not seen a lot of movies. I called myself a movie loser for a period of time. Netflix has turned that around, honestly.
Yeah.
I think.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like the fact that movies and TV shows are a lot more accessible now than when I was younger as well is a whole thing. Because I can go on Netflix or Amazon Prime or any of the myriad of streaming platforms and just grab something rather than having to like go. Remember when you had to go to a store and rent a movie?
Yeah.
Or go to a Redbox?
I miss those times.
Yep. I love how anytime people talk about like anytime people that are older than me talk about things that they used to do when they were younger, and I like nod along and yes in agreement. There's always invariably a friend who's like, you're like 23, you don't know, da, 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 da. I'm like, I was poor. we rented movies because it was outdated and thusly cheap. So I know about a lot of old school tech and ways to do things because money.
I did not watch Numbers.
No.
It's a TV show.
I've never seen The Sopranos, if we're talking about TV shows. Somehow, I have never seen a single episode of The Twilight Zone. I know that that's like a crime considering my whole aesthetic.
Well, first off, quick question. Have you seen Get Out?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
No.
Absolutely.
I am also really bad I'm a wuss with horror movies. And the reason why is because I am an overthinker. I am an overanalyzer. And
hey, Anita.
If it's something that fucks with my brain, I can't watch it because I think about it for days.
Anita, can I tell you a fun secret about Get Out specifically as a horror movie? You will not find it as scary as Me Noir or Brie does.
I know. I'm well aware of that part.
No. Especially me watching it with.
Yeah.
I know for a fact.
I don't know if I'm brave enough to do it. When it came out, I was single. I don't know if I got the stones to watch that with my partner. I'm guessing that means you haven't. Have you seen Us? Okay.
Awesome, so good.
They're, like I said, horror movies, I don't generally watch them because I tend to overthink and I tend to analyze, and my brain gets into a recursive loop where it's all that I think about, especially if it's got like an open-ended sort of thing or like anything super cerebral. Like, it messes me up for days.
AJ, we need to have a double date. And we'll watch Get Out together. It's the only way I'll be able to do it.
Amazing. Oh, Us is Bo. I think you specifically will like Us on a like symbolic level, like the symbolism in that movie. Like when I saw Get Out, I was like, this is Jordan Peele's first movie. Like, whatever he puts out next, I'm gonna see it. Then when Us came out, I was like, okay, like you got my ticket, dude. Anything Jordan Peele puts out, I'm at least go watch it. Like, you at least get one watch.
Because... You know the terrifying thing about Get Out is that I feel like it gives, like, if you are in an interracial relationship and you go see Get Out, it gives the white partner a little bit of power because they can just fuck with you.
Oh yeah.
They can just, and like, especially because he's not here right now, I think that she would. Like, I don't trust them to see that. Like, good luck with you, AJ, if you do decide to watch it, because I can guarantee your little chaotic gremlin will definitely fuck with you.
Amazing.
Like, if I ever see Anita come at me with tea, I'm slapping that.
Oh God! Just shoryuken it out of her hand.
You better get the fuck away from me with that teacup. I don't trust white women with teacups.
God.
If Anita comes back with a teacup, I'm leaving the stream right now.
I'm just gonna say that it's a good thing I'm non-binary. And also, these headphones are wireless, and I can hear everything.
I always forget that.
I wasn't gonna break Noir's heart, but I was like, they can still hear you. Like, okay. I was watching Lovecraft Country.
Oh, it's so good.
You want to know another thing
either.
that I do?
Huh?
Another thing I'm real bad about is I will binge watch something and then stop before the last episode and never watch it again. That's what happened with Lovecraft Country. Is I was watching it week to week, 9 weeks in a row. Haven't seen the last episode. I do that with Stranger Things too.
You really need to see. No, D.
Yep.
You need to see the last. Spoiler warning. Spoiler warning for Lovecraft County or Country, because I know D needs to hear spoilers first in order to watch any goddamn thing. So if you have not seen Lovecraft Country, turn away for the next 5 minutes.
I'll have to take my headphones off.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. I'll give a thumbs up when it's over.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you see a thumbs up, that means you can come back. So the entire point of Lovecraft Country, the spell that they do, it takes magic away from white people. They can't do magic anymore.
Oh wow, really? Interesting. Yeah, I do need to watch that though.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. It's so good. Listen, it was great. It was great. And then I just stopped watching it. It's what I did with Stranger Things. I watched when Stranger Things season 1 first came out. I watched 9 episodes of Stranger Things straight in one night, and then I
have never seen
a
complete episode of Stranger Things. I can't get myself to like it. Something about it just bothers me, and I don't know what it is.
Well, I love the concept of obviously, if you've seen anything about Stranger Things, the Demogorgon and the Upside Down is just very, very my speed. Like, that's the kind of shit that I love. So that's why I had for so much of it.
I have not watched season 3 of Stranger Things, I think. Yeah, I haven't watched the last season of Stranger Things. I've watched the first 2, and I haven't watched the 3rd season.
I can't get myself to like it, and I know everybody loves it, and it's just
Yeah, I thought it was great, and then just stopped watching it like a genius.
Like, there are movies that I know, like, there are things that I know are bad that I genuinely love with all of my heart. And there are some things that I know are good that I just can't love. Like, I know Stranger Things is good. I just can't care.
What are some TV shows, since we're talking about Stranger Things? Are there any TV shows y'all have that you just missed?
Oh, that I missed out on?
Yeah.
Nora and I have been watching Happy Endings.
It's such a good show. It's like Friends, but it's like Friends and How I Met Your Mother, but better
and less problematic.
And like they don't discuss it as a like we need to talk about racism kind of thing. It's just there's a black guy and he experiences it, and it's funny. It's good. I definitely recommend it.
Okay. Interesting.
I watched the
Yeah,
first season of Prison Break. It was okay.
I never watched Prison Break. I never watched Homeland either, but I just had Homeland spoiled for me, and so now I kind of want to watch it.
I've never seen Homeland. I've never seen Firefly.
Have
Uh,
you all seen Jericho?
no.
No.
Pretty good, actually.
Okay. So here's a Joss Whedon hot take, and like let me first lead into this with Joss Whedon is a piece of shit.
Correct.
We all know this. But here we go. I think everybody is every out of all the stuff that Joss Whedon created, Buffy, Firefly, Angel. I think the show that was his best is never mentioned, and that's
Dollhouse.
Dollhouse.
Mm-hmm.
And there are some things about Dollhouse that are obviously problematic, but it's such a good show. It's such a good show. And God, it's just if you have a chance to watch it, watch it.
Dollhouse. Dollhouse is one of those ones that I think a lot of people slept on too. I started watching it when it was on Netflix. Again, there are things in it that are problematic because Joss Whedon is problematic.
Yeah, but it's so good. It's so good. Oh yeah, I love New Girl. In fact, New Girl actually references happy endings a few times.
Really?
Yeah. And so here's a very weird fact. According to canon, and I can't believe I have to say that, happy endings, New Girl, and Brooklyn Nine-Nine all take place within the same universe. Because happy endings is referenced in New Girl, and New Girl had a crossover with Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Interesting. I love
fun weird
like
facts.
It's kind of like Friends. What's it called? Mad About You. And Seinfeld are all in the same universe.
I just got mad. Hold on a second.
Why?
White people.
Yeah.
Why people? YT people. I need y'all to listen.
I'm here.
And please do me a favor. Stop watching The Office. Please stop. We're worried about you. All the minorities. We're why do you watch this so much? It is okay. I don't think it's a bad show. If you like it, that is great. What is it about people who watch The Office? They watch it all the fucking time. Like my friends who watch The Office, if I ask them what they're doing the day after anything, they're watching The Office. If they're just
The Office and Friends is always on the white people marathon list.
Why? Stop.
I had a friend that quoted The Office to me like scripture. I'm not even kidding. And yeah, I'm just.
That's not how I thought you were going to end that sentence, though.
White people, are y'all okay?
But you've seen it, my friend. Like that. Like damn. Like shit. You watched it already. I would never. To be fair, though, I would never watch something to the point that I can quote it from memory, except Hamilton. I couldn't keep watching it. Like I know exactly what they're gonna say and the timing and the camera angle. I can't do it. Like it's too much.
Yeah.
People tried to put me onto Friends, and I'm like, I can't get into it. I can't get into this.
I mean, obviously, I couldn't get into Friends because black people don't exist in that New York.
And you say that, and people look at you like you're crazy, and I'm like, you can count the black people in Friends on both of your hands. Like lifetime different characters.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great.
No,
and again, that's another reason why happy endings is so fucking dope. in the cast. I'm like, let's see, you've got a black dude, got a gay dude who's my like Max is hilarious. Like I love Max. It also takes place in Chicago, so you know about that life.
Naturally. And rewatching and knowing what's going to happen is I can understand that can be comforting because that's that's part of why I look things up is because I like knowing how a thing ends so I can like follow the story beats. But people who watch The Office, a lot of people take it too far. Like a lot, I know several people that if they're not doing anything, even right now to this day, if they're not doing anything, they're watching The Office. Stop. Stop. Like it's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Yeah. It's this is your friends in office intervention.
It's just too much.
Stop it.
There's other
Watch
stuff.
another show. Watch another
It's
show.
okay. It's okay.
Watch another show.
It's
And
just-
no, the UK version of The Office is not another show. Put something else on.
3 out of 120 reoccurring characters on a show set in New York. That's how many
what?
black people are in Friends.
Are you serious?
Out of the 120 recurring characters, 3 of them are black.
All right, so how many? You know what? Oh boy, are you ready to play the game? How many black folks? I wonder how many black folks there are in Seinfeld.
In Seinfeld? I mean,
Yeah.
Friends is just Seinfeld, but again, so probably not many more. Like, I mean,
How many
if we're
black
calling
people
a
in?
spade a
How many
spade,
black people in Frasier? You
how
know
many
what's
black people in King of Queens?
You know what?
What's that?
Here's something strange though. Like I can't give Kelsey Grammer too much shit because it's the oddest thing in the world. There are like probably no black people in Frasier, but this motherfucker was the executive producer behind Girlfriends.
Really? I didn't know that.
Kelsey Grammer, yes.
I didn't know that.
I'm like, what?
There are black people in Seinfeld.
That's kind of what I was doing. I was like, I'm racking my brain. I haven't seen much Seinfeld either. I actually haven't watched very many sitcoms, to be honest. I watched all of I Met Your Mother. How many people are in How many black people are in How I Met Your Mother?
Let's see. Barney's brother, and that's it.
Yeah.
I will go out on a limb and say if we can't recognize them by name either, that's enough to prove the point that we're trying to make. Like if you can't name the black people in a show,
Or if you could name the actor but not the character.
yes, that's another good
The
stuff.
point with Friends is, wasn't there a black girl that dates Ross for a little bit? Yeah, played by Aisha Tyler, and I forget her name.
Yeah. God bless.
And she was a here, shut up character.
Yes.
And if you don't know what a here, shut up character is, I can explain. Every now and then, something will get so popular that they can't get away with the bullshit of like pretending, other cultures and races and sexual orientations don't exist anymore. So they'll throw a here, shut up character. And that's what Aisha Taylor's character was. It was like, see, black people exist. Leave us alone.
Stop asking. Jeez.
God.
And again, How I Met Your Mother is, yeah, you're correct, Nick. How I Met Your Mother is just Friends again. See, the thing is with most sitcoms is you can find a pattern. If you have a 6-character or several character ensemble, they're always going to follow quirky, weird, funny, and your straight man. There's your 3 archetypes.
I love that happy endings even called that out in the show. They're like, hey, Ross, and you're Monica. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh boy, Noir, you don't want to hear my opinions on here shut up characters in all of the MCU, including WandaVision. Okay, so okay. so okay. I have thoughts as well.
Okay.
I guess we're gonna do this.
Oh boy.
I knew you had some wild takes on WandaVision, and I knew this day would come. I just didn't think it'd be today. I love WandaVision with all my heart. I don't think Monica Rambeau was a here shut up character. I think the fact that she had a complete character arc kind of disputes the here shut up character. I also understand my own personal bias because I love Marvel with my entire chest. And I'm not gonna hide that fact.
Yeah, we're not gonna do any spoilers.
Talking about Wanda.
Are we talking about the fact that Wanda's supposed to be like oh God, I'm gonna fuck this up. Like Romani? Yeah, okay. I can't say nothing. Like you got me. It's racism. Like you got me.
MCU, yeah, would have.
It is
whitewash Wanda.
There's a sad thing. This is a drastic tone change, but there's a sad point you get to being a person of color where sometimes you will see that something racist is happening and you're like,
yeah,
and you honestly are just like, yeah. Like I acknowledge this is, if I try and find something that is not racist at all, I won't watch anything.
Exactly. Like at some point, and this is gonna be an unpopular opinion. This might be a take that gets me in trouble, but there are problems everywhere with everything to a certain extent, and I say the best thing we can do is trying to fix what we can, but if we let perfect get in the way of good, then we're going to be doing nothing. So at a certain point, it's just like, just gotta let it. You just gotta take that. You just gotta take that L. Yeah. There's some L's that you can't take, and you gotta fight for it. But then there's other L's where it's just like there are no black people in Friends. It sucks. I'm not finna lose sleep over it. Like, you know, there's like, you know, there are tons of popular TV shows out right now and popular movies out right now that push anti-black, anti-POC, anti-this and that rhetoric on some extent. And if I fucking lose sleep over every fucking popular thing that comes out that is anti-me, then I'm not gonna have any energy, time, or will to create something that's not that. So yeah, I get you.
It's something, man. It's something. We gotta that is true, Kelsey, and that is something that you can that is something that you can, and I personally think should hold certain media accountable to. Like, you know, you don't gotta like break out the picket signs on everything, but if someone tries to tell you how, like, oh no, didn't you see the shot of all the ladies in Endgame, and you're like, and
like pretty much, yeah,
absolutely have your things that you're like, I mean, that wasn't good. Like, why? Like, what?
Yeah, I mean, I'll say there's two sides to it. If you ask me, there is the pushing against negative representation, and then there is the promotion of good representation. And I find that all too often the general masses puts more effort into shunning poor representation rather than promoting good representation. For every comment of, well, this did this poorly and I don't like it, I hardly ever hear, but you should check this out because they did it right. It's like, at some point, are we trying to fix the problem, or are we just having more fun attacking? That's my perspective on it. And if it's easy to attack, but it's harder to promote. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Y'all.
God bless.
This is a TTRPG talk show. And we just talked for
I know.
2 hours about what movies we have and have not seen and
Listen.
representation in popular media.
I will make the dramatic claim as an actor and as someone who has been very good at noticing trends that are going to continue to just swell and grow. Uh, People are going to start taking TTRPGs like serious like that, so I think that it's already a heavily relevant storytelling medium, and I think it's only going to naturally, as it progresses to more and more of the quote unquote professional side of things, they're going to gravitate towards old school ways that things are done. I mean, Noir mentioned being on set for TTRPG shows, like, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's gonna evolve in that direction. I think it's important to not try and I think that the community should take heed to not divorce itself from other storytelling mediums completely. Because if you don't pay attention to where they failed, you'll fall into the same pitfalls. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So I think that and then of course there's also the part of it of acting being the common thread with RPing, and
Mm-hmm.
I think that it's just something that you got to acknowledge the major media that your medium draws from, in order to really be a
I
piece of
mean,
it.
and I think tethering on that point, like, and also connecting it to the previous conversation about the MCU,
Mm.
it's just like you can focus on what doesn't work, and you at that, if you see a problem, you have two choices, really. And this is how I've always seen things. If I see something that's wrong, I have two choices. I can either go with point out that it's wrong and try and punish the person that's doing something wrong, or you can try and find a way to fix it and encourage other people to fix it and to create in response to the negative stimuli that caused you to make this decision in the first place. If you notice that there is a lack of representation for any creed, race, orientation, or anything, yes, calling out the problem is necessary, but that is the easiest response.
Yeah.
Right.
The easiest response is to go, that's bad, I don't like this bad thing, and everybody that partakes in this bad thing is a problem. Everybody can do that. That's 90% of what Twitter is. What I want to see and encourage and to inspire in people is, I don't like this thing that's wrong. We all know it's wrong. That is obvious. I don't need to put a tag or a label on the fact that this thing is wrong. What I do need to do is I need to bring people into a place or a platform where they can create something that combats that wrong. Where a bunch of people, like, if I notice that there's a lack of black people in the TTRPG space, what is a tweet gonna do? What is a tweet that says if you have a show that doesn't have a black person on it, you're a fucking asshole? Yes, that's one response. But giving up and coming new black talent or new LGBTQ talent a platform to display their talent in response to it is 1,000 times more effective.
Yep.
And I think the reason I'm harping on this is something that I'm passionate about, and something that I'm frustrated with, because calling out stuff It's like I said, it's helpful, but if that's where you stop, then you're not doing enough.
Correct. And I think it's important to differentiate what you mean by stop, because it's not just that the people who call it out and leave it alone, because people will call it out and then also like go through and categorize and be like and bring up these different examples and these are different examples. That's still, you're still stuck on the wrong bit. You're stuck on the wrong part. The call out should be a high and by thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the call out should be, this is wrong, this is why it's wrong, and and make sure that it's known that it's wrong. Then take the action to plant the seeds of what you want to see happen. You know what I mean? I don't know about every TTRPG channel that doesn't have a black person on it, because I'm more focused with doing games with black people celebrating their blackness. Like I was just on the Fable 42 channel during Black History Month, and I'm more focused on cultivating a space and uplifting the voices than I am with finding out and pointing like that's wrong.
Pointing
It's
out the
more
gaps.
Yeah, exactly. It's more important to take action with what is wrong, rather than just say it's wrong and then stay on
And
that.
and for full transparency, like again, I love sharing my experiences with y'all and trying to be as real as possible. The reason that this gets me so fucking frustrated, the reason that this is a topic that I will always end up going harder on than I intended, is because I have on more than one occasion seen the type of tweet that says this is a bad thing, fuck this bad thing, and if you partake in this bad thing, fuck you, and if you're friends with somebody that partakes in this bad thing, fuck you, and fuck you, 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 fuck you. And I'm like, okay,
It's fuck yous all the way down.
Let's stop, let's take a look, and let's look outside. Do we need any more fucking negativity from people that agree? Like, generally, I can agree that this is a bad thing. You agree that this is a bad thing. And most of the work that I do is trying to add balance to it.
Yeah.
You can't ask me to hate. You cannot ask me to harbor more negativity, because I don't need any more negativity. If you want to attack a problem with the same vitriol that the people that you're fighting have at it. I don't disagree with you. If that's how you want to combat it, great. But you can't, on the other hand, then go, well, you're not as angry and hateful at this thing as I am, so fuck you too. Like, that's when it becomes a matter of, you know what? I'm done. Like, that's and that's I've seen it happen on Twitter more times than I can count, and it's I hate it because I cannot I cannot tell you what it's like to have people try and mandate your emotions. I cannot tell you what it's like to have people demand anger from you. I cannot tell you what it's like to have people question your morals because you're not to them the level of angry that they have decided needs to be shown. Let's see. Okay, but if someone is still supporting something financially or otherwise, that hurts me or someone else, and it means a lot. I'm going to tell them that our further friendship is somewhat conditional on whether or not they stop. Okay, so let's go to this point. Let's take the MCU for example. Let's. And I think this is a conversation that needs to happen because this is starting to get into a level of privilege, and that's what I need to talk about. The MCU it's a mega entertainment thing, and are there problems in it? Absolutely. Does this problematic thing bring people some measure of joy, release, or escape? Absolutely. Understanding that, if some here's the scenario. If somebody works tirelessly to make sure that there's female representation in every creative project that they have, if someone works diligently to make sure that they foster new talent that adds balance to whatever they have power over themselves to make, if someone works day in and day out to make sure that the representation that the MCU is lacking is fulfilled in whatever they have control of, I don't give a shit if they watch a Marvel movie. I really don't. I really don't. In the argument that they're funding this thing that I don't like, at some point, we've got to let people try and find their happy. And in this whole thing of like, well, if you spend 1 cent towards something that's negative, then you're an asshole. I'm sorry. There's very little that you can buy that's not attached to some fuck shit right now. And that's what we need to fix. So that's why I get frustrated when it's just people on Twitter going, you know, if you partake in this, you're an asshole, and don't go anywhere to actually create change. If you're creating change, then that's all I can ask of you. But if you're just yelling at people and demanding that they get angry, then I have no interest in anything you have to say. So that's where I'm at.
And Bo says that it's definitely a complicated thing, because allowing people to enjoy things that they enjoy while also agreeing, yes, this thing is wrong and problematic, but trying not to support it financially. Like...
Oh, no, absolutely. I believe that we should all be cognizant and aware of all the content that we partake in. But I think that I don't necessarily think that we're disagreeing. I think that we're looking at it from two different angles. My deal is that there is this tendency on Twitter to just say, if you partake in this thing, immediately fuck you and everything that you've done. That's what I have a problem with. Mm-hmm. And that's the kind of, I don't know if you've seen any of the conversations and shit that I've had on Twitter, but I genuinely am against throwing people away in general. You can't teach anybody that way. You can't fix anything that way. If your immediate response to somebody doing something that you don't like is fuck them forever, then I'm sorry, there is a very, 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 very thin line between you and the people that were fighting. You have
to know where to spend your energy, I think, too.
Yeah, there are times when you need to cut people off and throw them away. I think that I've seen that line move far too close to the beginning of a conversation that I'm comfortable with. Mm-hmm. I think you can have and this is the line that'll get taken out of context and fuck me forever with it to death. But I think there are some things that you can have a slight dispute over, and you don't need to throw the person out. Now, that is never going to be someone's right to be who they are, love who they want, or express themselves, or restrictions of any rights. That kind of shit is non-negotiable. If someone hates you for being who you are, loving who you love, thinking what you think, then that is unacceptable. I will never disagree with casting that person out of your life. Now, if somebody plays a video game you don't like or watches a movie you don't like, and the first response, if the first response is, I want that motherfucker out of my life, that's where we have a problem. And I think that's where we're starting to get into a problem of privilege. Because I have been black a long time. And if I've thrown away every person that has consumed media that's not necessarily good for me, then I would have no one. Again, this is where it comes down to knowing when to pick your battles. And that's simply what it is.
Recognize who your allies are.
Yep. And
stop making it like, don't. I'm trying to figure out the right words for it. I'm going to say, and again, this is a quote that I live my life by. Don't let perfect get in the way of good. People are people. People are flawed. There needs to be some level of empathy if we're going to get together enough to eat the rich. But we'll never eat the rich if you played this video game, you read this book, and you watched that movie, go fuck yourself. It's the standard by which we initiate relationships.
Yep. I agree with you there.
This is a TTRPG TV show.
I like how you even said TV show.
You know what I mean. It's the bad apples rhetoric. Don't toss the whole bushel. Just prune the bad ones before the whole bush. The whole bunch in the rest. Now, can I just reiterate that you are incredible light in our community?
Yeah, very well spoken.
Thank you. And this isn't an attack on anybody. I understand.
That's perfect.
Can't eat the rich if we're full from eating each other. That's exactly like, I understand the immediate response. We have been beaten up as a people. We have been beaten up for a very long time, and it makes it very easy to want to just go fuck you immediately. But we can't do that. We can't afford to do that, because the person that has the idea that might just tip the balance might be somebody that watches a movie you didn't like, might be somebody that plays a game you don't like, and we'll never get that idea that can tip the balance if we kick that person out. And the other thing that you have to consider is, when you oust people, what options are you leaving them? You're leaving them with a bunch of other people that get ousted, and then they start chanting cancel culture at each other and fucking 4chan, and now we've created another asshole where 5 minutes of conversation and a little bit of empathy might have tipped the scale and brought them over to our side. It just doesn't make sense for us to eat each other like this.
Websites and apps to recommend over Twitter. I'm real tired of snitch tagging and subtweeting and hardlining. It feels like there's got to be other options. Unfortunately,
y'all want to get Gaia Online going again?
Twitter suffers from being popular. That's the worst thing about Twitter, is that everybody uses.
No. Okay.
I will say, now that we have run the full gambit on the entertainment roller coaster, the reason that Darren Orion and Ferrix are in the chat is because I am technically late to a conversation that I need to have. So that's fine, because they're both here and I know they're watching. Bo's supposed to be there too, so Bo's just as late as I am. So they can't yell at me. This is on camera.
All right.
Legally.
All right. Well, we've almost run 4 hours, so we had a good talk. I hope nobody's mad at me. If you are mad at me, hop in my DMs and I'll probably not answer for a while, but that's not because I'm being passive aggressive. It's just because I never answer. Yeah. So let's do our intros. I'm Noir. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram as the Noir Enigma. You can find me on TikTok as just Noir Enigma. In 3 hours, you can find me over on Twitch TV / Jin_con RPG, where I'll be interviewing people about video game about their indie games. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
me.
Uh, you're going to be on the Gen Con Spring Showcase today.
Yep.
Hi, I'm Anita, or Panita, or Critical Misses. You can find me here most times, but not for the next couple weeks after next week, because we're going to go on a break.
Thank God.
On Sunday, you can find me over on Kobold Press's channel for Into the Southlands, which is the Southlands. It's the finale. Well, I can't really talk about the last. Nah, we'll talk about that later. But yeah, we'll be over on Kobold Press's channel, playing a game of Into the Southlands, where I play a bird artificer.
Nice.
Named Moonshine. And Noir GM's that game, so that's where you can find me, pretty much then, and stuff. Stay tuned to Twitter because that's the thing that we'll tell you where else you can find me later on. D, who are you?
Hi, I'm D. Thank you both for having me back on Morning Ritual.
Woo!
It's always a blast.
Two-time.
Love
Two times.
Two-time. World Wrestling Federation.
Woo!
Oh, you mean my father-in-law? Is that who you're referencing, Noir? Where's my scorned housewife cardigan? Hi. I am a singer, voice actor, musician, professional GM with the Emerald City Gaming Guild, and it's always a blast to come on here with these two and get to partake in the original trailblazer of a show. Did you guys know that B. Dave Walters has been on this show?
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
That's wild. Really?
He hasn't been on 2 times though. Woo!
2-time. Woo! And
Yes, go
that's
check
me.
out that Paladin subclass that Noir made. It's beautiful. It's incredible.
Yes.
They did such a good job. But yeah, thank you all for stopping by and hanging out and listening to us rant about movies for 3 hours.
Yeah, God bless.
God bless.
We didn't even do it that guy this time, but we'll do it again some other time.
I think I was that guy this time. Not only have I not seen anything, but yes, I will watch it with you. If you want to watch any movie that you're talking about, I'll watch it with you. I'm here for it. Just yell at me on Twitter and I'll do it.
Yes, I made a rage paladin because I'm insane.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by. We're going to go on a raid. Who is Sephi online? I think Sephi's online.
Sephi is, in fact, online.
We are going to raid into Persephoroth. And go say hello to Sephi. Spread some love over in that direction. You all are wonderful, and we love you.
Back.
We love you all so much.
Love.
Thanks for stopping by and hanging out and chilling with us. But until next time, the ritual.